Fuck on my lungs for a nice little 5 minutes for conversation.
Dude, I just love smoking so much. It doesn't matter what it is. I just love the act of putting smoke into my body. Ugh.
Bro, it's the act of smoke coming out of your mouth is what's most like enticing.
Makes me feel like a dragon man.
Wow, I feel like a dragon.
Like a dragon man.
Yeah, bro.
Chilling with the Komodo.
Hashtag Targaryen. Motherfuck Andy Warhol.
Welcome to the TrashCats TrashCast. I'm Richard.
Sorry, do that again. That sounded crazy.
Did it? Welcome to the TrashCats TrashCast. I'm Richard.
I'm Steven.
And today we are talking to one of the most wicked artists around, the one and only, our homie, Kaotic Steel.
What's up, fellas? The TrashCats finally here.
This has been a long time in the making. We're fucking psyched, dude.
Yeah, man. Me and you have known each other for like fucking 6-7 years, around there. 8 years, maybe.
Crazy, man.
Online art gang.
Fuck yeah, right. Art cult, baby. We're gonna do an interview with Kaotic. We got some cool stuff to ask him. He's really one of our like favorite artists, and he is TrashCat approved, and we're gonna get into his psyche a bit today. How was your week, Kaotic?
My week's been chilling, man. This is after post Christmas, so I've been here, you know, chilling with my girl. Her mom's down here from Venezuela. Yeah, I had a good holiday, man. Just chilling, man. Just chilling.
Does her mom live in Venezuela and she was visiting?
Yeah, she's like here on like a fucking like a temporary stay, because you know how Venezuela is like a mess right now politically. So like if you don't have like a visa, it's hard to fucking leave the country right now. And yeah, it's crazy. It's like a weird, complicated situation that I've never wrapped my head around. But yeah, like they haven't seen each other for 6 years, and like my girl's pregnant now, so it's like it's cool to like get her, you know, get to see her mom and shit.
Dude, geez, I mean, that's congratulations.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah,
so cool.
I am the father.
Holy shit, dude. We got a mini Kaotic on the way.
I realized after saying that, boy, he didn't say he and his girlfriend are expecting a baby. He just said his girlfriend's pregnant. It would have been very different if it was like, oh no, it's all fucked up over here.
Dude,
Could you imagine that shit?
Is your child, do you think he comes out with the mask already on? Like, are you going to make custom masks for him?
I hope he comes out with a mask already. If not, I'm already disowning him.
That baby don't look like me.
That baby does not look like me. Why does he have a human face?
In the delivery room with your mask on.
So, yo,
I need a paternity test.
Dude, that sounds like a nice, like, chill
That's crazy.
weekend.
I'm just breaking the fucking news to you guys right now.
No, it's so cool. What a special time. Congrats to you and her. That's super exciting, man.
Thanks, man. I'm excited.
So
plus their mom's down for it. That's cool.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
Dude, they haven't seen each other for 6 years, so it was like
that's
fucking
wild.
Crazy, like finding her at the airport.
Yeah, I bet. Shit. All right, so basics. We got to get to the basics. Who are you? Like if we live our whole life trying to figure out who the fuck we are. I don't know how old you are. How old are you?
I'm 29.
So you've had 29 years of living and dying. Who the fuck is Kaotic Steel? Who are you?
29 years of living and dying. That's fucking awesome. I don't know, man. I feel like that's a question that I'm still trying to figure out to this day. Like, I feel like we're always trying to figure that out forever, like who we are. And I feel like that shit fucking shines through my music, because every fucking project is something different. And every fucking project is like another layer to peel back in my fucking psyche. But yeah, man, to answer that question, I have no fucking idea. Kaotic Steel is an artist. Kaotic Steel is an artist. And I am you.
I like that answer. I think not everyone has their motif planted in the ground as hard as Steven does. Steven's one of those, like, I've made a decision, I'm fucking sticking with it.
I get confused sometimes, for sure, though. What I've really liked watching now, because I remember early, I'll be like I mean, we've known each other well at this point.
Of course.
When I first came across your music, there were a couple tracks at the time that I was like, oh shit, that's dope. But I wasn't like crazy about your body of work at the time. But I remember even saying it to you. I was like, holy shit, this.
Do you mind me asking around what time was that? Like Faceless? Like before
yeah,
that?
I think it was when you had put out, I think, your first music video.
Okay, Separate, yeah.
I think you were on the bridge and stuff.
Yeah. The Faceless.
Yeah. And I remember thinking like, holy shit, this dude has so much potential. And then you've always worked. Like me and you doing our own stuff. I feel like there were so many people you come across in the art cults online that like just fall off, disappear, like just
stop altogether.
Yeah, just gone, or the count's deleted, whatever. And we always both stayed around, and every project you put out, I feel like you just kept getting closer and closer to like who you are and what your sound is. And it's been so cool to see all those layers come together, man.
Thanks, man. That's awesome to fucking hear. That's awesome to hear, like, from someone on the outside looking in, you feel me? Instead of, like, me trying to, like, feed myself that, it's cool to hear that from someone who's actually listening. So that's beautiful. Thank you.
Yeah, dude. Because I feel that way all the time, too. When you're just working on your own stuff, like, I feel like people like us tend to, like, work metaphorically, like, in the dark and alone. You don't necessarily get that much feedback. And your last album, man, like you have other tracks that are way more like hype and like songs I want to show to other people. That last album was that was a really cool special project. Like,
I think it was a very like deep project. Like writing wise, like I was like, I had to like look deep within myself and like get this out.
Fuck yeah, man. Definitely a little look under the mask for sure. Yeah. So, all right, where are you from?
I'm from Miami, Florida. Born and raised in the county of Dade. But my parents are
Dade County.
They were born in the Dominican Republic. So I'm Dominican. So yeah, there's that.
That's cool.
So yeah. I'm from Miami, and
Dade County.
I fit in perfectly with this fucking huge melting pot that we have in Miami. That's filled with fucking everything. There's Dominicans, there's Cubans, there's Jews, there's whites, there's blacks, there's yellows, whatever you feel me?
You like it?
Yeah, I love it. I feel like I'm never gonna fucking leave here.
That's awesome.
I feel like Miami's a different Florida from the rest of Florida.
Yeah, definitely, bro. I feel like Miami's like its own fucking state. Like Miami's not even like, because technically, geographically, it doesn't get any more south than Miami, right? But we're not southern. We're not fucking Alabama, Georgia, northern Florida, that type of shit. We're like the fucking Caribbean, you feel me? It's just like a huge melting pot of cultures. We eat of everything. We eat Jamaican cuisine, there's Haitian cuisine, there's fucking Korean barbecue. We eat everything out here. So I don't know. It's fucking weird out here in Miami. There's everything.
That's the my experience in Florida was all in like the Gulf Coast. By like, Tampa was the big city nearby. So like if we had a concert or something, we had to drive an hour and a half from fucking Tampa.
Word, mad seafood.
Yeah. And it's like, it's all the same, a lot of the same shit all the time. It's like, a lot of breweries, the fuckload of breweries in Florida.
Fuckload of breweries, bro. If I could ask you, Rich, what's the fucking cooking scene like out here in Florida, if you know?
For me, the experience was like, Miami was one of the hot spots. Like if you wanted to like move to Miami, there are a lot of options there that you could get into as far as like good restaurants to work at. For most of Florida, that's not true. There's not like, especially if you're young and you're trying to get a lot of good experience, there's not a lot of those options.
How about you, Steven? Any ties to Florida?
Yeah, I've been down there a couple times, but I was younger and I didn't get to experience it at all. But I went, what do you call it? Snorkeling and stuff.
Okay. Oh,
like
that's
on
dope.
some of the islands there. Super cool. I fucking love fish are aliens, and I feel like there's a whole. It's so cheesy, but it is a unique universe under there. Like if I was rich as fuck, I would just like live underwater. I feel like, or be on a beach, because fuck, it's so cool.
Or just buy a house like with the beach as your backyard.
Fuck yeah, man. I had a shark swim between my legs. I was like, you know, like 10 years old. Or not 10, maybe like 12, 13. And it was like a full shark swam between my legs in the middle of the fucking ocean. And I was so scared, but it was so like exhilarating too.
That's raw as fuck.
All right, so why do you make music? Why is it so important to you?
Bro, I found music after like fucking painstakingly trying everything out in college, because that's what my parents wanted out of me. Like, you know, to graduate from college. They low-key didn't even want, like, it didn't even care like what it was, but they told me like, yo, just try shit out in college. Just graduate with something, you know? You have to have a degree in college to find work, blah, 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 blah. You feel me?
Was it the vibe, like they just wanted the best for you type of thing? And they
yeah, definitely. It was never like a forced thing. But, you know, as young kids, you never see it that way. You feel me?
Yeah.
They tell you that and you feel like, yo, that's what they fucking want for you. You feel me?
Yeah, 100%.
So I was just like fucking trying shit out. Computer science, biology, fucking liberal arts, all that fucking whatever the fuck to get my fucking degree. But thank God in fucking like high school, or after I graduated high school, they fucking invited me to a fucking studio. Not they, but my boy J Black, who went by the name of Immune at that time. That was his rap name, Immune. And he invited me to his studio, like me, like two friends, and we all went over there and they were like, yo, let's have some fun, fuck around. Let's write a song. You feel me? Let's throw on whatever fucking beat and rap on the beat, like some mixtape shit. And they put on some fucking, I forgot the fucking beat, but it was like, Lil Wayne had rapped on it. Fuck, I forgot the name of the beat. But it was a Lil Mama song, whatever. And I wrote to that fucking beat right there, right then and there when we fucking went. And I went in there, I recorded it. Everyone had fucking recorded some shit. And everyone, don't get me wrong, it was decent. My boy had recorded a fucking hilarious song called Tales of the Gocho. It was like some fucking English, Spanish shit, but he was fucking around. It was fucking hilarious. The shit I recorded though, man, I felt like electricity, like my voice coming through those speakers, like that shit felt electric. And I fucking sent that shit to my brother and fucking who was living in New York at the time. And, yeah, man, I sent it to like multiple people and like, I don't know, their opinions of it was like, yo, you could do this shit, man. You sound really fucking good. And I took that shit and I fucking ran with that shit, man, to be honest with you. That like day, man.
Super villain origin story, dude.
Type shit, man. Type shit, bro.
So prior to that, were you musically inclined? Had you like experimented with it before? Or was it really like a one-day switch?
I think it was more so a one-day switch, man, because before that, like fucking, I don't know how to fucking play the piano. I don't know how to play any instruments. The only instrument I had fucking played was like the recorder in whatever grade fucking school, grade in elementary school. Exactly.
Dude, I don't think I've ever heard anyone say that before. I don't think I've ever heard anyone say like a singular experience, especially as an adult, like a young adult later in life.
Yeah.
Really like activated that in someone before. Like I assume you loved music prior to that, but the experience of
that's what I was gonna say. I was gonna cut you off and say, yeah, but I love music, right? But who doesn't love music, right?
But that one day, was part of it the camaraderie of it, like, or do you feel like really just having the mic in front of you that one day, like, just changed something in your brain?
I think the event in itself, like the camaraderie with like my friends inviting me over, but I think more so like I had no like desire to do anything. Like I had no like after high school, I don't know. Like I never knew what I wanted to do. Like I wanted to fucking fucking be whatever the fuck Steve Irwin is and fucking fuck around with animals. And the first fucking dream career I had when I was like in kindergarten was to be an astronaut, but like everything needed to be that. I didn't want to do that shit. I didn't want to fucking work hard to be an astronaut. Like I didn't want to fucking take extra math classes after work, after school. I was like, yo, I'm exhausted. Like I have to do college to continue like just quote unquote learning. Like no one's learning shit, bro. Like I was in college not learning shit. I was just like fucking just accumulating credits for nothing, for just to get a piece of paper. I don't know. Like the logic of it was not there for me. Like, dude, that's logic. There's no logic to it.
It's really interesting because I feel like there's kind of 3 paths that can work out, and I feel like all 3 of us are like the different version. Like Ricky was the type of person who like was like fuck this in high school. Like he got out because he knew what he wanted to do, right? Mm-hmm. You like
more or less. It was more of a situation where with I fucked around too much, and then I was looking at a situation where I'm either gonna have to redo junior year, or I can get my GED and start working.
But you knew you wanted to cook, right?
Kinda. I think I did it more at home, but I wasn't like mentally like, oh, this is what I want to do for a living.
I feel like kinda is enough sometimes though, man. Like
it was one of those,
you kinda wanted to cook, and that little kinda, that's the shit. It was more
that I just enjoyed food so much growing up that it was exactly. Like, it seemed like a good option. I think my mom was the first person to like, hey, why don't you like try culinary school? And it just, after I got my GED, it was like I signed up at, the local with Wacoochee Technical to.
My point though kind of is I feel like even if it was kind of tentative, you had a direction. I feel like a little earlier.
Yeah.
And then there's people I feel like that kind of know their direction at a young age. And then there's people like me where like I knew what I wanted. Like I knew for sure I am going to do my art and that's all the fuck I care about, but I couldn't make it happen, right? Like I just kept fucking up, like couldn't find a way to make it work. And then the third is Kaotic's route, where it's like, I just have no fucking idea at all. And fortunately, you were one of the people, because I feel like down that path, there's 2 other paths where it's like, you either figure it out or you don't. And you had like, I love how, that's so cool. You had like this activation like that. Like that's a special fucking moment, dude. Because that fucking helped dictate the rest of your life.
Real shit, man. Real shit. And even like after that moment, like talking about it now, like mentally, like wow, like how my mental changed, like in terms of like not wanting to do what everyone else is doing, which at that age, everyone in Miami, of course, is clubbing and trying to hook up with multiple girls. Whereas I was like, no, I want to write. I want to get better at this shit. I finally found my shit. And
purpose.
I feel like, purpose. Yeah,
I think when you know when you found your thing, when it's like the things that you might have enjoyed when you were younger now are like, I can put that to the side because I have something else that I want to focus on. Like I'd rather be doing this, even if it means I have to give up that. Or at least, put that on the back burner or something. Like when you find something that you're that passionate about, it's like, okay, I can work my life around this.
Yeah, that's where what you just said, Ricky, was like where I inevitably like had to drop out of school. Cause I was like school, music, and I was working a part-time job. And I was like, what am I doing school for if I don't want to fucking graduate and I don't need this fucking degree in anything. And the fucking job is bringing me money so I could go to the studio and pay for fucking covers and pay for mixing and, so yeah, that's where I was like, inevitably, I dropped out of fucking college and I had to fucking man up, sit my parents down and tell them like, yo, I know this is probably fucking hard to hear, but, I'm fucking out. I'm not doing school anymore. And I'm gonna fucking pursue this, whether it fucking works or not. I'm gonna try it. And this is where my faith lies, so.
Dude, there's so many fucking people that never do that, though. Like that, because, like, that time in school, it pulled you through time to get to the point where you found your purpose. And then when you find that purpose, then at that point, school's getting in your way. But to have to tell your parents that and like abandon the time or progress in school and like the potential.
Literally, I had my AA already. I literally was missing like a few credits. Like, yo, pick a few like credits and pick a path, and you have your bachelor's degree. But I was missing. Yeah, I was missing like 20 credits, some shit like that. But yeah, man, it's like you said. I pretty much said fuck this progress that I did with school, and mind you, during school I was rapping though, in that entire time, like because I graduated in 2011. That's when I discovered fucking music. And up until 2013, 2014, around that time, that's when I dropped out of school. I was like, all right, man.
But man, I mean, I think it's a commendable thing, but making that choice it guarantees a lot of suffering.
Oh, like definitely. I'm depressed. I'm depressed like the most of us.
I think to your point you made earlier, it's like, I also, my first job I wanted when I was a kid was like, it was astronaut. And then like, okay, maybe I'll just work at NASA. Maybe I don't need to go to space, but like work at NASA or do like theoretical physics or something. And then it was like, oh, this is all just math. Like the actual job description is just, you need to do a lot of math. It's like, fuck that. That sounds like it sucks.
Literally.
So
I think like I'm out. Fuck this A plus B.
Right. It's like for people that want to get into shit like that or like being a doctor and shit like that, like the schooling, the after, like the college shit, like that's so important. It's so necessary.
So important. Oh yeah, I agree.
But it's like if you're not going to follow something like that, then experience is what you need. Like getting the experience in the career path that you want is way more valuable than getting, an A on that, English class or whatever.
Yeah.
Definitely. Quick shout out, guys. Sarah just brought me my laptop charger. I definitely started this podcast without my laptop plugged in.
Oh my God.
Wow. Shout out to Sarah.
That was a first. I was so excited to talk to you, Kaotic.
That's awesome.
So we got your origin story. So what's the scoop on the mask? How'd that happen? How'd that come to be? Because I haven't seen your face in all these years. I saw a glimpse of it today, but I still didn't even get a real view at that beautiful
it was
face.
mostly nose down.
Oh, man, that's awesome. So that shit started off as like, I've always like wanted to do that. Like the mask shit, because more so insecurity. I was like, just hated the look of my face. Like marketing wise, not marketing wise, but just like every time I saw my face, I thought like, wow, this is not like a face that people would want to gravitate to as like a rapper, like, or I don't know, the girls don't like me. Girls don't like my face. I was a fucking virgin throughout high school. There you have it, TrashCats audience. And so I was like, yo, I'm not a fan of my face, so let me wear this mask. I mean, Slipknot was around, Doom was around. Those are a lot of my influences in terms of like wearing the mask. Now it's not about my face. Now it's about like, it's not about what I look like. Mystique. It's about, it's the mystique. Plus I more so want you to focus on what I'm saying, dude, like the words that I'm saying instead of like what I look like and what I don't know. I don't know if that makes sense, but like there's more words to that, but yeah.
Dude, because no one gives I've heard multiple people, like even in the last couple months, in real life say they don't give a fuck about lyrics in rap music. Yeah. And it's like, then why the fuck are you listening?
Yeah, it's weird. That's so weird.
Just I feel like that's listen to instrumentals, dog. There's so many good instrumentals out there.
No, but really there is. There's so many, like, you guys should like invest your time in the instrumental music if that's the case. Right, bro, like that's fucking. The
words are.
I'm spending my time on the words. You feel me? Like,
yeah.
I don't know. I'm bleeding through these words.
You speak with intention.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what should matter. And I've always liked about masks or like the crafted aesthetic of an artist is it becomes iconic. Like once you do something like of greatness or in music that people remember you for, that aesthetic you brought with it captures that attention. They're not looking at your face, they're looking at who you are, what you wrote, you know?
Exactly. It was also like like an attention grabber. You feel me? Like, yo,
yeah,
I'm wearing a mask. Come over here. Come listen to what this guy's got to say.
Yeah, like what's this dude got going on?
Yeah, exactly.
And I think that visual aesthetic piece, like that, also is going to grab people. I think that it's going to grab more of the fan base that you're looking for. At least I feel like, you know, the kind of music you make is a lot more. I don't want to say horrorcore, because I feel like that means a lot of different things to different people depending on where you live. Yeah. But it's, you know, there's an element of like horror and like brutality to like some of the lyrics, and like very realness. Absolutely. Like even like the visceral images on your like your album covers and shit. Absolutely. Like you got Steven's artwork on some of your shit. It's like that means it goes a long way. Absolutely, man. When I'm fucking writing, I'm not thinking of fucking Jay-Z or like Kanye. I'm thinking of fucking Quentin Tarantino or like these fucking directors, you feel me? So that mask is gonna like play a fucking movie in your head when you're listening to my music. Bro, what a poetic answer. That's outstanding, dude. I fucking love it, man. So we got MF Doom, we got Slipknot, like aesthetically, but what are some of your early inspirations artistically, music or otherwise? What do you listen to when you were 5? Absolutely. Well, since my parents are Dominican, they don't necessarily play like, they didn't play rap music or like fucking any American music in the household. So like what I remembered from 5, like that age, like was a lot of Spanish music. The music that I discovered on my own was like rock music, cause like through MTV and shit like that. Of course, there was hip hop infused in that, and I liked it, but I didn't like it as much until my siblings from New York moved down here, and they showed me like the New York stuff that was going on in that era, like Jadakiss and DMX and fucking that New York shit. And yeah, from there, that was, of course, rock started first, and you know there was Linkin Park and Slipknot and all that cool shit. Well, it's not cool shit to Steven. I'm TrashCats. Hey man, I loved it at the time too. There you go. I like trashing on stuff, but I mean, I loved at the time, man. Like it was hard to find music. There's moments, man. Nobody didn't listen to Linkin Park in the early aughts, man. That's what I'm saying. You feel me? Everybody listened to Linkin Park back then. Yeah, that was like that was my shit, man. Like that it first album. It was one of 4 bands. Yeah, it was one of 4 bands, man, and they were rapping over there. They were at fucking Mr. Fort Minor over there, whatever his name is. Yeah, he was rapping over there, and yeah, man, that shit. I love that shit. It was innovative, man. It was innovative. Because of Linkin Park, I loved John Cena's entrance music. It was just a fucking word life. This is basic thugonomics. Ooh. No, Limp Bizkit walked so that Linkin Park could run. Chocolate Starfish. Yeah. Dude, they have a fucking rolling remix with like DMX, Redman, and Method Man. It's so fucking sick, man. I don't know if you've ever heard that. That is good. It's rolling, like rolling, remix with DMX, Redman, and Method Man. You guys look that up. Go look that up. Honorable mention by Kaotic. I fucking love Method and Redman. Dude, I'm thinking of these albums, like when you're getting these albums from your siblings in New York, dude, it's almost like Neo in the Matrix. Like these are your upgrade packs. Yep. Like I could picture you like, I don't know, listening to those for the first time with you already have the mask on and everything. You're putting in the album, and I bet it's just like, I don't know. When I see a piece of art that's new to me, especially when I was younger, like it's everything. That shit was mind expanding at the time. Yeah, man, it's everything. Even like fucking, I have to attribute rap music to my non-sleep addiction and my porn addiction. Cause fucking BET Uncut was on at like 3 a.m. right before George Lopez at 4 a.m. and they were showing fucking like X-rated music videos and shit. And yep. I think I gotta attribute them to my porn addiction. It hit you. Shout out to rap. Right in the what's it called? Formative years of your life. It hit that late night TV, man. Yeah, man. But back to the fucking actual question. Yeah, man. That's fucking hearing that shit like as a young fucking moldable
kid is fucking crazy. And it's like, you want to rebel too, because it's like, fuck, like I've been just listening to fucking Spanish music and
just merengue nonstop.
Merengue and bachata. And it's like, yo, I don't want to fucking dance at that age. So listening to that shit was like mind blowing and opening all at the same time.
Fuck yeah. So with that, what was your I don't know, your formative years, your upbringing like, and when you really started taking your craft seriously, like later 17. In college and stuff. Yeah. So what was life like prior to that?
So I have 2 brothers and 3 sisters, and for most of my life, we all lived together with our dad and then my mom. But for my 3 sisters and my 1 older brother, they have different moms, so they're my half siblings. But you know, we never fucking see it that way, because we were just all living in the same house. The girls had their own room with their bunk bed. The boys had their own room with the bunk bed. And yeah, man, it was just one big fucking happy family, pretty much, man. Looking back, we had it pretty fucking easy. It was fucking a chill fucking upbringing. We fucking lived in a neighborhood filled with kids, and we fucking were always outside playing fucking football, basketball, which was my first fucking dream. So that's probably why the fucking music never like hit until later, because basketball was like, that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to play basketball up until like my junior, senior year, where like I wasn't playing much. Like I wasn't even that good. And I was like, bro, there's no way I'm going to fucking go to college and play basketball. But yeah, back to like my fucking childhood. Yeah, we were fucking raised fucking chilling, man. Like we weren't allowed to fucking watch TV until 12. We weren't allowed to like play video games until we read. There was that kind of upbringing. Like our dad wanted us to be fucking educated. Our dad wanted us to like fucking read a lot. There was times where like our dad would make us read like during the summer, and then like we would have to do like a report on what we read and present it to him.
Fuck yeah.
Damn, yeah, cool. That type of shit, but no like abuse type shit. I mean, of course we were disciplined. Of course, if we fucked up, we'd get our fucking, we're Hispanic, you know, we'd get our fucking sandals get thrown at us. We get belts, that type of shit. But yeah, man, it was chilling.
Would it be fair to say the circumstances of life at the time were pretty good, but it sounds, you know, you've mentioned depression. I've heard your music. You said you were lost for a while.
Yeah.
Were you unhappy during, like, even if things were good, were you unhappy, or were things okay? Like, how did that?
Things were happy. I was happy, but I think like in my teenage years, I would like look back and like think about like, damn, I wish this would have happened. Damn, I wish we had this, like a bigger house type shit. Like, I don't know, like those like fucking like minuscule like shit. I would like think about that a lot in my teenage years, and I feel like that would build up. And I feel like that type of thinking attributed to like the way I think about life now. You feel me? Like
it's that workaholic mindset of like when you get in your head of like, once you get old enough to start comparing things around you to what you're used to, and you start thinking, oh, how do I have something better? It's like, this is great, but how do I have something better though?
Right.
Like, I feel like I could do like one notch up, and then you get that, and then it's like, okay, let me get one. How do I keep reaching for that? And I think that's right.
I also had this like fucking weird, like, I think I still have it to this day. I mean, of course, now that I'm going to have a child, like, I've got to support, but like this weird, like notion that I have to like support everyone. Like, I got to like, damn, I want to like make it so I could buy a big house for my parents. Yeah. They housed me, you feel me? But like, fuck, that's so unrealistic. You feel me? And I feel like I've chased career paths that like, if I made it, like, of course, I'd be fucking huge, like, oh, being a basketball player or being a huge astronaut or whatever the fuck, you feel me? But fuck, man, that's like, that's not fair to us, you feel me? Like me talking to myself, you know, that's not fair to even like try to put yourself in that position.
Right,
it's a lot of pressure.
Yeah. Especially when we were young too. I'm not big into the basketball scene. I like basketball a lot more growing up.
It's big in Detroit, bro. It's big in Detroit.
Oh yeah. I think growing up the first time I really got it, I mean, of course, Chicago, fucking Jordans and Jordan Bulls and shit. But then like and one shit started coming out, and it was like, how do you compete with this? This is the future of basketball, like literally. So it was like during that time, everyone's like practicing shit, and unless you were like practicing and getting really good, I think it at least turned me off of it. Like, okay, I'm not going to be that good. So.
Yeah. That was the thing with me, like with basketball. I was like just training to the brink of insanity type shit, and it's like, bro, like you're working hard, but you're probably not working as hard as you probably have to. Mm-hmm. Let's put this dream to rest. Yeah,
and there's a healthy part of that. I think that's.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I think some people hear that kind of thing sometimes, and they're like, "No, you got to follow your." It's like sometimes you can. Sometimes you gotta let go with yourself. Yeah, you gotta let go of something so you can grab a hold of something else.
Yeah.
In the Catholic Church, you're not accountable for your sins until you're at the age of reason, when you're considered adult, which is like 12 to 13, where you're responsible for your decisions. And until that age, it's a slow loss of innocence. And I feel like throughout life, being an adult,
lose that innocence.
Yeah, like more and more things become not possible, right? The realism sets in that like, fuck, I could train 20 hours a day and I'll never be the basketball player. I can never have that dream. Like there are other dreams I can have, but I can't have that. And throughout life, they just keep getting stolen from you, like picked off. And if you don't have like a North Star, a purpose to guide you, it's so easy to fucking get lost. And I would imagine for all of us, if we didn't find what we would have wanted to do, we all could have been like absolutely wretched people.
Yeah. Oh no, absolutely. Absolutely. Or not people at all. Gone with the wind.
It's one of those like, if you're willing to continue to strive to, be a professional basketball player, knowing that like, you're not going to be Kobe.
Yeah.
It's like, that's one of those, I feel like I've looked at stuff, career paths like that. Like, can I be the top of this field? Can I be at like the height of my game here? Then like, yeah, even if it's not like, I'm not on TV and shit, but like I'm at least pretty well known in my community up here, of like people know me as like a reference for, like I know my shit. And that's really, cool that my reputation precedes me in my field. I think that's all I can ask for in this career, like
facts.
Definitely.
Bro, the weirdest shit now that I have like my North Star, you feel me? Like my purpose, I could never make it at all and I'd still be okay with life. As long as I still make music, you feel me? As long as like I never lose my voice type shit, or I never lose like my ability to write, I think I'm good.
What was it? Danny Brown just said some shit about that. I don't know if he just said it, but I just heard it when he's talking about like he was doing something with 50 Cent, and 50 Cent was like, if you don't make like a hit song or like something like that, then like what are you even doing? Like just sit in your basement and make music for yourself. And he, Danny Brown's like, you're right. That's
literally what I want to do.
Yeah, that's all I want to do. I want to make it for myself. Even if, people weren't listening to it, I'd still make it. And it's just for me. And like, that's awesome. There's something wonderful.
I heard now that Danny Brown hasn't put out a new album because he's still paying off like for all the samples off his last album from the exhibition. That sucks. His last album was so good though. Oh my god.
It was. That's ridiculous though. Yeah. You fucked on it that. Dude, think of this though. You're gonna get to teach your kid how to play basketball.
Yeah. Or rap.
That's wild. Yeah. Fuck yeah. That's so cool.
I'm gonna make him make beats for me.
Do you still shoot hoops now and again?
No, I never. I almost never. Like people invite me to play hoops, and like the thought of it like gives me like throw up in my mouth sometimes.
Oh shit.
Not that I hate it, but it's just like I don't know, like fuck, I don't want to like come in contact with people. Want. It's not what I really want. Like I just don't want to like
all these sweaty ass people.
No, literally, bro. It's just like it's always fucking like humid and damp. We're in the gyms and shit, and it's like, bro, everyone's fucking sweating and everyone's got their fucking armpits exposed. Like, bro, that's awesome, but I don't want to rub up on you.
I'm trying to yell shit into a microphone.
I want to yell shit into a microphone. I don't want to throw a ball into a hoop anymore.
God, humans are weird, aren't we?
We're so weird.
So you drop out of college.
Mm-hmm.
Or at that point, you're writing. I assume you put out your first project shortly after.
Yeah. So Faceless. Well, technically, I dropped a mixtape in like 2013. I was still in college around that era. That was like when I was graduating from like to get my AA. That doesn't even count for anything. But I dropped Category 5 in 2013. And then that was like just a mixtape with me rapping on industry instrumentals. So like people like fucking songs that like that were already out. Like fucking there was like a Mos Def beat and a Kid Ink beat and a fucking that type of shit. There was like only like 2 or 3 original fucking beats on that. And then in 2015 I dropped Faceless, and I was still in school there, but yeah, I was still in school, but I was also working as well. So that was like my second year at Best Buy. Around that time, I've already met Rogue Henson as well. So that relationship is bred from our Best Buy relationship.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, it's super dope. But yeah, and then Faceless dropped 2015. And then I just dropped a project, like, one project every year. So 2015 Faceless, 2016 Two Face. I had the Face to Face EP shortly after that. And then 2017 Face Your Fears, Holy Hell EP with Bone B shortly after that. Thanks for the invite, etc., etc.
Yeah, dude, that's heavy though. Like, there's not a lot of rappers that put out projects every year.
Dude,
you know what I mean?
I had so much fucking, like, I don't know how to call it, like, just inspirational juice in like from 2013 to 2018 that I was just like writing 3 projects at the same time. So when I was writing Faceless, I was also writing songs for Two Face and Face Your Fears at the same time, like constructing those fucking
I remember you saying that though last year about your more current stuff too. Like it seems like you're always writing.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I'm always like doing multiple projects. Like right now, you may think that I've slowed down after this new project, but I just finished writing for a project that's completely produced by Andy Atlantis. Me and A&T have an entire project pretty much ready. We're waiting on features and shit like that. And he had sent me more beats to write to, so we could drop an EP before that. And then me and Bone Beats have recorded 2 new songs as well. Bone Beats is the producer who's pretty much recorded everything from Two Face up until like before the Conquer EP, like before 2018, and then he produced the Holy Hell EP. We started on like pretty much a new project. Like when I told him that I was gonna be a father, he was like, "Dude, I'm super excited. Let's do an album, man." He was like that excited. I was like, "Oh, dude, that's awesome." That's the cool shit about this music shit. Like I've built like fucking relationships with people that I had no prior relationship to, like, before fucking music. Like, if it wasn't for music, I would not have known probably 90% of these people.
Yeah, like-minded individuals, right?
Yeah.
Like, it's hard to come by them in your daily life, but through, I don't know, collective creativity,
man,
we find each other.
Literally, that's how we found each other as well. And also, I didn't want to like fucking skip over. Me and Rogue Henson are also working on something, and me and Rogue Henson hopefully soon will be fucking working on some merch as well. So just always creatively like trying to fucking get shit out. You feel me?
Yeah, I'm very excited to hear what he does next, because he's done some really cool stuff. I haven't heard that much by him, but he's super talented. Dude,
he started producing because of me. And I want to say that like as like an ego thing, but I was like, yeah. There was just one day we just had gone to like we had seshed a little bit, and then we gone to Checkers, and then I was dropping him back off at his car at Best Buy, and we were like just playing music, and I think I was playing him like some unreleased music, and then he was just telling me like, wow, man, it's so cool. I want to do that type of shit. Like, I was like, bro, just fucking do it, bro. Like, what the fuck else are you doing? Just like, let's just start making music. Like, let's just do it. And if I just so happen to make it, you're under my umbrella. So let's just make music, bro. And then through there, yeah, he started fucking producing, and he put out his own fucking instrumental album. And then we've put out our own fucking tape. Poison is completely produced by Rogue Henson. And yeah, man, he's just producing, as you know, just little by little, cause you know, life is life, but just do it, man. Just create, man. No one's fucking forcing you, like, to fucking push shit out in a timely manner. Like, whatever comes out, but just create, because that's probably what's going on in your soul.
100%. And it feels so fucking satisfying to pull someone else into the creative muck. Like, dude, like, it's so frustrating when people are like, oh, I love that, I want to do that. And it's like, fuck you, do it.
Just
like,
fucking do it.
Get
the fuck out of here.
You have to drag them into it. But that's so cool. And is it Ant? A-Y-N-T?
A-N-T.
A-N-T. He's so talented.
Dude,
I just listened to his...
so fucking talented. I'm so like, bro, like...
You guys sound great together, dude.
Oh, amazing, bro.
of your voice and style is excellent, dude. His last project was rad as fuck.
Which, the 0 for 2, the November one?
The one that just
with
came
the green
out,
cover, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Bro, it's awesome, man. He
video is good too.
Yeah, the dude who does his videos, which is pretty much like his, A&T's best friend, brother, he Miscreant, he did the Cut music video.
Yes.
Yeah. So yeah, man, it's great to have those people fucking around you, like now in this point of my like musical career, quote unquote, because it's like you think like the people that you came up with aren't rapping anymore, like the people like that are featured on my like my first projects, they're not like making music anymore because life is life, and you know, fucking you get drifted into different directions. But to find these people right now, not right now, but like we've been doing it for like 2-3 years, me and A&T, like, man, it's a blessing to say the least, man. It's great. And he's so good. Everything he does is great. He raps great. His beats are great. When he records my vocals, that shit's great. I think he like, the last video, what video was it? The video that he's like rapping on the roof and like he's got a tank top on. I think that was like directed by him. So shit. Yeah, he's sick, man. It's great. It's great to fucking make music with that, man.
You guys all have killer stuff ahead, and I already know, man. Anytime I've talked to you after a project, I already know you've got the next one in the works, and it's so cool, man.
Yeah, man. I really can't wait to fucking start recording the Andy Atlantis one, because that one it's not like the last one where it's like, it's deep. It's always deep. But these beats fucking bang. So it's like, these beats are like, this is like fucking conqueror music. Like, let's fucking kill the king music. Yes. This is great. This is going to be great.
I can't wait to fucking... Steven's language.
Yeah, I know. Yes. I can't wait to send it to Steven and you and Richard. Like before it's fucking ready, like before it's like mixed, like I'll give you raw vocals.
Fuck yes. So in general, how would you describe your sound and aesthetic today? Like where have you kind of got to in your sound?
I feel like the content is becoming lighter as I get older, but I'm becoming fiercer in the way I say it, in my flow. Like I'm becoming more, it's becoming more sharp. So I don't know, man. It's wicked noise forever. But yeah,
always.
I don't know how to.
Always chaotic.
It's chaotic, yeah, man. It's chaotic, man.
When you say sharper, for me, I think of you as becoming increasingly more technical.
Absolutely,
in your actual delivery.
Absolutely, yeah. That's exactly what I mean.
What about your writing? The content's lighter.
The content's lighter because I'm living more life, but it's still. I'm becoming more creative with how I lay it down. You feel me? How I write it. Cause it's coming, not only is it coming faster, but it's becoming more natural as well. So everything I write, it's coming out of me. Once I fucking hear that beat, I already know how I want to say shit. The words aren't there, but I already know how I want to say it. So I think I'm becoming a more seasoned vet in terms of writing shit.
More yourself, more honest.
More myself, more honest. Exactly.
There's definitely
so good
when you're younger too. Like this may surprise you. I did record one rap song when I was very
I heard that. I don't know what episode that was. I forgot what episode that was. But yeah, I heard that.
But I used to try to write shit when I was younger, and I feel like especially when you're young, there's a feeling of, I don't want to say it's not aggression. That's not the word I'm looking for. There's like you want to come out. Yeah, you want to come out full force. Like you want to come out with something that's going to either shock people or like grab the attention really well. And
1000%.
I think there are some rappers that have, some musical artists in general that have leaned on that for their career. And I think that, and you'll see it in their work too. Like you'll see songs start to slip in that are a little more calm or a little more chill and have a little more subject matter. And it's like, that's cool. That's an evolution. They're growing as a human are growing. And like, that's, like you would expect that to come out in their music. I always hate that shit when people say like, "Oh, your old shit was good. Your new shit sucks. Your old shit was good." It's like if you don't like the artist, that's fine. You just like this album. That's one
absolutely.
thing. Say that, but like
to be fair though, it does depend. Like a lot of our artists do get the money and like live a happier life, and their music does genuinely start to suck. Like it can happen.
Oh, absolutely. Like what Richard was saying, like that shit happened to me with like Tyler the Creator. So like when I first started, like his first like 3 or 4 albums, that was my shit. Like, and I would go to those albums all the time because it was raw. Just like the music I was raping. The music I was making was
the
like
Orange Juice track.
Oh my God, with Earl. Oh my goodness.
Oh shit, dude, that was incredible.
Box logo hoodies and goodies from buddies that understand that bastard was buzzing like Woody, so we get it for free. Man, that shit was fucking crazy. But like Bastard, Goblin, like those albums, I heard those shits and I was like, wow, I hate my dad. But he didn't do anything. He hasn't done anything, but I hate my dad. Oh my God. That's real fucking art to me. Like, and then like when, like later on when he was getting more success and then like his Cherry Bomb album and like Flower Boy and like, don't get me wrong.
It's good.
If people liked it,
for me
anymore. More power. But all those new albums, they're still not for me at this point in my life. Maybe later on in my life if I go back to it, but it's
I feel that
some
way.
artists growing. You don't gotta grow that way. You could just keep growing in another direction, and that's cool. Like you don't gotta like their new shit. You could just keep bumping their old shit. It's still there. I don't know. Yeah.
I feel the same way, man. I feel that way about Suicide Boys a lot. Where it's just like,
yep,
man,
that's another one.
That's another music, one. But shit changed.
Yep.
All right, we got through some of the easy ones, the fun ones. We're going to get ready for the heavy artillery. You ready, Chaotic?
Heavy duty.
It's the hardcore shit. All right, what addictions do you have?
Weed, alcohol, and porn.
Okay, shit. You're straight up with it.
Yeah. And social media.
Now, are these... subjectively to you, are these like, oh, these are fun addictions, or are they debilitating addictions?
Define debilitating.
Does it control your daily life?
No.
Does it affect interpersonal relationships?
No.
Well, let's just sound like hobbies then.
Yeah, they're kind of like hobbies at this point. Beer, me and my mom always drink a beer like every day. Like one beer every day.
Is it like a ritual?
Not a ritual. It's just we just hope there's beer at the house. Beer just makes life easier type shit. I don't know. And the fact that my mom drinks it every day as well is like, it's cool. Like she drinks it every day. She's still fucking alive and kicking. I'm gonna go for it. And then the weed.
The proof's
one.
in the pudding, man.
Yeah.
What's your go-to beer?
She always likes Miller Lite, so that's what I'm always drinking, Miller Lite. But that's not my favorite beer. Yingling, Blue Moon.
Ooh, I fuck with a good Yingling.
I fuck with a great Yingling. I fuck with a great Blue Moon. Stella's cool. Stella's always at the studio for some reason.
Is addiction anything you've struggled with, or do you also, does music feel addicting to you? The need to write, that type of thing?
The need to write, yeah, man. But like, I feel like there's like that need to write addiction, but like I never fucking feed it enough. So it's always like itching. It's always there. Like, yo, you gotta write to this beat. You gotta finish this at this time. They want to put this out at this time. We gotta finish this at this. You feel me? So yeah, like it's weird. It's weird when like fucking someone random hits me up and they need like a free verse for their like podcast and shit, and I have to like write to that like immediately.
Bang it out right
it's
away.
Like it's weird, but like it could, you know, like the words come out, but it's not like as natural. I feel like
it's satisfying to itch that scratch.
Oh yeah, definitely. When I get a good day off and I could like turn on my speaker and listen to beats or like rehearse fucking bars and shit. Yeah, those are good days. Those are good days.
Do you think of yourself as? Do you think of yourself and Kaotic Steel as a character separately, or do you feel like you are Kaotic? Do you know what I mean? Like Doom is like a character. You know what I mean?
I think of Kaotic as a character most of the time, to be honest with you. I think of Kaotic as like my ego incarnate, like in full control. Yeah. You feel me? While like Alfie is just like a human being with, you know, with flaws and shit. Whereas Kaotic is like, sure, there might be flaws, but it doesn't matter in this fucking universe.
So there's a healthy divide or relationship between the two.
Yeah, it's definitely a healthy divide. I don't bring Kaotic Steel near like family members. Yeah. I feel like it'd be chaotic.
We'll bring Kaotic home for Thanksgiving. Sitting at the table stuffing mashed potatoes into your mask.
Slice up some nuns, lynch some priests. You already know the vibes.
Well, part of the reason I asked about addiction in particular is, you know, that's something I've dealt with a lot, and we've had a lot of private conversations about this stuff. And it's kind of interesting, like in your music, like you have like a loopiness, like a Danny Brown element mixed with like a horrorcore, like brutality element. And I could see, like before knowing you well, like in the early days of us knowing each other, I felt like talking to you like, oh, this dude's going to be like a super normal, well-adjusted dude, or like he's actually a serial killer. And I don't know which yet, you know what I mean?
He's the one or the other.
Yeah, and it's
especially being in Florida. If you're not doing drugs in Florida,
Dade County, yeah. It's kind of interesting that you haven't, for whatever reason, like developed like a severe problem.
Right.
Do you know what I mean? Yeah, like whether it's like because of the character, you put so much like honest rawness into your art. A lot of times artists that way, it's either the one way or the other. They're like super well adjusted, like healthy, happy, or they like have serious issues too.
Yeah, I feel like the duality we fucking go through like in our everyday lives, I feel like Kaotic takes that like fucking the bad side of the duality and just like puts a magnifying glass to it, like while the sun is beaming on it. So like, yeah, man, it's a weird like dichotomy. I don't know how to fucking explain that in fucking in 2+2 terms.
I feel like as a creator too, do you feel like you maybe use Kaotic Steel as like a vessel for
absolutely
that, like the thoughts of like
of bad,
of bad, yeah, exactly.
Absolutely, because it's like to go back to the addictions is like cool. I get drunk, I get high, whatever, but like those thoughts when I'm drunk and high aren't the fucking same sober thoughts. So I don't, you feel me? It's like, it's different shit going on in your head when you're drunk. You feel me? Like you might see something on social media and then like, wow, damn, this nigga deserves to die or whatever, whatever. It's some weird, wow, you might want to bleep that. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to say the N word. I could say the N word. I'm black.
No,
but yeah,
we're good.
As long as Steven doesn't say it, it's all good.
What the fuck, man?
What the fuck, man?
I just have to edit it really good to make it sound like you did.
One more for the blackmail file.
Yep.
But fucking, that's the duality of fucking life, man. I can't fucking do much about my negative thoughts as Alfie, you feel me? Because I just go to jail and then I can't do anything else.
Yeah, that was the thing. So I grew up listening to ICP a lot.
Yeah.
And that was one of the things that they put out a lot of, like, do you think if we were really out killing people and shit that we would still be putting out records and doing shows and shit? Like, no.
Like, where's your logic?
Like, this is all playtime shit. Like, this is for fun. This is, you know, it's characters. It's all, you know, it's a way to channel it and for you to like live the experience through that. Like if you get,
it's my freedom of expression.
Shit, like, yeah, it could just help you like get this emotion out, but like, you know, so that you don't go do that thing. That's
the way I feel like every time I drop a project, like I feel like there's like a different weight being lifted off my shoulder because there was probably something in those lyrics that I wrote that I needed to get off, and maybe I wasn't fucking aware of it. And once it's out to the world, it's like there and it's out. And sometimes, I don't know, man, it's like, it's also therapy too. Like it's helped with a lot of my fucking depression. I feel like just getting shit out.
Yeah, man. You have to, one way or another. It can't stay in for people like us, I feel like. For most people too, I mean. But I feel like when you have such a powerful urge or need to make things, if you're not releasing that shit, it's just like all bad.
Yeah.
All right, what do you believe in most? And that can mean whatever comes to you first, whether it's people, ideas, your music. Like when you hear someone say like, that's what I believe in, what comes to you?
What do I believe in most? I think myself. I believe in myself the most. I think I believe in myself to always to do the right thing, to believe in myself to follow my heart, believe in myself to always lend a helping hand. I don't know. I think believing in yourself is probably the purest thing you might be able to do in this life.
I fully agree. I know Ricky does too.
Yeah, that's the one I felt a long time ago. It's like it's the one variable you can always control.
Because like, what's the point of depression? You feel me? Like depression is like sadness about yourself. You know, wanting to off yourself or whatever. So I think it's mourning yourself.
Yeah.
So I think it's the best thing to believe in is yourself. And I'm not saying if anyone out there believes in God or the universe, like that's cool and all, but I don't know. I don't know. A lot of that I mean, we die too, but a lot of that shit dies too.
Right? Yeah. Well, dude, that is an excellent transition. This is probably the question I've wanted to ask you the most because I have my own feeling of how I thought you would answer, but we've never said it directly to each other. Do you believe in God? And or why?
I do and I don't.
That's what I thought you were going to say. I knew it.
So I believe in God, but I don't believe in the God that 99% of the Earth's population believes in. I don't believe God created the world because the world dies. And if God is all-knowing and all-powerful, and if God is life, then why is the Earth dying? Why do we die?
Yeah.
Why do we adhere to the laws of duality in this world when God is one. God is not good and bad. He's just good. So I to this day, I have an issue with completely putting my faith in something, of course, that we can't see. Mm-hmm. But there's this one book that I'm reading that's kind of like reinforcing that belief, where it's like, yo, maybe God created our spirits and we're all one in that spirit. But yeah, like, I don't think God is here in this physical world.
When you say God created our spirit and we are all one, do you mean like a hive mind kind of a scenario, or like we are all of the same? And like, because I've played with that. I like that idea. I like coming up with different ideas for like meaning of life kind of shit. But like, I like the idea of, if we were a fabrication of something else and we're not just a moldy dirt ball in space. Yeah. Then like I think that's a fun thought experiment of like, we are all of the same spirit. We experience things so similarly and yet so differently. And like in the experiment is like, how do we work the different things out? There's like different pieces in different people, and like, how do we work that out? And I've always thought that was a cool idea.
Yeah. I think I always like fucking experimenting with that shit too. Like just thinking about like, cause if God created everyone, right? Aren't atheists the children of God as well?
Right.
But they don't believe in God. So what the fuck is going on there? So it's like, what the fuck? So I believe everyone gets to heaven eventually. I don't believe in a hell, because why would God create hell? Yeah. That makes no fucking sense. And yeah, man, it's the book that I'm largely referring to is called A Course in Miracles. I think you guys should read it, because I think Steven reads the Bible for fun. So I think it'd be like a fun read for him anyway. But yeah,
I'd read it. Yeah.
It's more so a book about like everyone being one. I don't know if everyone being one in a hive mind. That's a great fucking scenario to think about. But
yeah, it's like maybe you don't connect with it until your body dies, and then like the knowledge that you learned in that time that gets spread to the hive mind after you leave.
Then maybe it's a hive mind, man. That'd be dope as fuck. That sounds so dope.
So prior to recording, me and Ricky actually talked about this a little bit. Okay. I was bringing it up to him. I was like, this is, I've wanted to ask Kaotic this for a long time, and I'm not sure how he'll answer. And we were talking about it, and I kind of came to the conclusion, because of, listening to your music over the years, I've heard you reference God in ways that felt very angry. Yeah, in ways that were angry or questioning, and in ways that embraced him in a sense of like a conceptual way. And I had a feeling when I was going to ask you this, that you would answer in a way that you had your own internal mapped out idea that is unique to you.
Yeah.
That whatever answer you gave, it wouldn't be what everyone else believed.
Yeah.
And I respect that. I find it complicated, because I don't think, to me, my pushback would be that your version of a God or concept of God is so different than what any religion, for sure, or what most people believe, that I almost find it negligible to even call it God. It's almost like a feeling, to me, like an outside view of it, it's almost like a feeling or idea that is purely unique to who you are.
Yeah, absolutely, man. I mean, 1000% to everything you said, because you hit the nail on the head, because that's exactly how I feel about God. It's a complicated fucking relationship. And mind you, we were raised like with fucking, we were not raised like forced to go to church, but of course we were raised with like, oh, God as our belief system. But to this day, like me and my dad have countless conversations, civil conversations about the way God is projected on the world, like through religion. And we both agree on, yo, God is something else. It's not this religious figure that is gonna smite us with thunder if you don't fucking read the Bible. So yeah, man, it's a very fucking complicated relationship. At the end of the day, what I believe is we're all God, and what you do with your life is what matters the most. I don't know.
I fully understand what you're saying, and truly, in a different life, I feel like that's something I could be very easily persuaded to believe. I feel like if my experience hadn't left me so angry and closed off to even a conceptual idea, I don't feel like that is a far-fetched version of God, but it's not what. It's not the same picture of the God I consider myself battling, you know?
Yeah.
Like, I like that.
My God is a forgiving God.
Yeah. Because I fully agree. If there is a God, like, it would be pure love and goodness. Like, it wouldn't be what the churches say it is, you know?
No, definitely not.
I know it's something you've thought a lot about. That's really cool. You can talk to your dad about something.
That's the only person I talk to about this shit.
Yeah. Well, dude, I would love to read that book and have some further discussions with you.
I got it pulled up already. I got the bookmark on it.
We've already
Course in
bought
Miracles?
10 copies.
I've already bought the book.
I also recommend, the book that led me to that book was the book, a book that my dad recommended to me, and it's called The Disappearance of the Universe by Gary Renard. It's a pretty silly fucking story about this guy and two spirits appear to him, but like the message of the actual like plot is pretty heavy. And I don't know, that shit is what led me to the Course in Miracles. And the Course in Miracles is by like some lady that said that fucking God came to her in a dream, and fucking some fucking Mormon type shit. Like, yeah, that type of shit. But yeah, I don't know, man. Dude, that type of shit, like, it could be not real, but a lot of that shit, like, I found, like, a lot of peace through that. Like, yo, like, I don't gotta fucking fight for my line in heaven, my spot in heaven's line. You feel me? Like, I don't know. Heaven will come to us whenever it fucking wants to come to us.
I think that's
I can't be angry at you for that.
No. That's the best thing about like faiths and religion and stuff is it's it's for you, like reading about different ones and finding pieces of it that you like, even if, you are atheist, like you can find pieces and things that like bring you peace, that bring you comfort in your daily life of like anything that takes stress off. I do appreciate that. Even if it's not something you subscribe to, it's learning different concepts that are, that you find very cool. Like I've always liked the idea of reincarnation kind of thing. And I, looked into a lot of like, like different Buddhist shit and different studies of reincarnation and like different cultures. And I like the idea. I think it's a cool thing, and it's one of those like if that's an option, like hell yeah, I'm taking that shit. Like I would love to, consider that option moving forward. It does bring me some peace and comfort that maybe that's a thing that happens.
Guys, I want to go to heaven too. Don't leave me out.
You're there,
Steven. You're going to hell, bud.
All right. So if we're all God. I don't know how this will affect your answer. If you could say anything to him, what would you say? You got a direct phone call to the big man.
With the big man.
Yeah.
One-on-one.
And it's what would you say? Not that you get a response.
So I gotta say, fuck you, and he's not gonna say anything?
Yeah.
Fuck, man.
That day he creates hell, but it's just for you.
Damn. He's just fucking
no one's
curveball.
ever reached out to me and said that before.
What would I tell God? I kind of want to say something like negative to him, but I like something negative, but something funny at the same time. Because if anyone has a sense of humor, it's that motherfucker. But
should.
Look at giraffes and platypuses and shit.
Oh man, fuck man, that's tough, man. I don't know what I would tell him.
Bro, animals are aliens. No one can do it.
Oh, you know what? You just fucking dude. God, are aliens real? Now I would ask him that.
But he can't answer.
Oh, he can't answer? Oh, what the fuck am I talking to him already? I'm talking to him right now, technically.
Yeah, exactly.
According to some
might as well be
religions.
talking to him right now.
I'm literally talking to him right now. He's literally in this fucking interview right now. God bless the TrashCats.
Right?
Fuck,
You
nah,
heard it
man.
here first,
You guys
people.
you stumped me with that fucking question, man.
No, I think that's a hard one because I don't know. I don't know if
because
there's
logically, if he's not gonna answer, what am I gonna say to him?
Maybe he could answer. I don't know.
Yeah, no, I just made that up. I was just fucking off because it's Steven's wording of the question. It's like, what would you ask or say?
But
You know what I'd ask? I'd tell him, yo, what's good?
What's good?
That's it.
Yeah.
What's the good word?
What's
brother?
the good word, brother? Because I am also God, brother.
I feel like it is one of those things, though, unless you had the opportunity for an extended conversation with God, like, what the fuck else are you going to say except for something that is purely expressive?
Yeah.
Because there's no way to, like, in this circumstance to have the opportunity for that true deep connection. It would almost be just like a small window in time to express something at God more than to communicate.
Well, if
I don't know.
all right,
That's
then
how I've
if God is real, and I'd probably just say thank you. If he was real,
That's a very humble answer.
thank you.
So how I'm curious now. How do you feel when you wake up in the morning?
How do I feel?
Yeah, like when you first gain reconsciousness every day? What are your first few minutes like?
I don't know, man. Some days I want to die. Some days are better.
You have a very fluctuating energy. That's what I'm picking up on. That you.
Oh yeah,
Seems like you
I've
ebb
never
and
been to the
flow.
doctor, but I'm pretty sure I'm bipolar.
Really?
Maybe,
Do you mean that seriously, or just
Maybe.
like you have elements of that?
maybe elements of that. Maybe there. I probably have something.
Mhm.
Something. I don't know what it is. Bipolar or clinical depression. Something's going on in there, Steven. Something. I cannot confirm. Neither
There's
deny.
layers to the onion that we haven't opened yet.
Dude,
but we know they're there.
yeah, I actually wrote a specific thing about this in a few questions. So I believe you. I see part of that as your energy. It's what in part makes your music so interesting, because you do like weird things that I'm not expecting, or you.
Oh man, I can't wait for the
You
A&T
swing-
project then.
Dude, you guys are gonna do some cool shit.
That
I already
this shit
know.
is literally schizophrenic.
Oh yes, dude. All right, what would you be willing to die for?
Oh, I'll die for my I'll die for my family for sure. If someone like put a gun to me, like, yo, right now, you or your mom, I'd be like, yeah, take me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's. I feel like
My family needs her more
before
than me. I feel like.
before Steven even read the question, I saw it in our notes, and I immediately thought of like that's going to be his first answer for sure.
Yeah, I'm out. See you.
I think it's most people's first answer. I don't know how many things
You guys
outside
asked
of-
this in a recent podcast, right?
We do a lot of trolley
I
problems.
think you asked Ricky, like, yo, would you die for someone else? The situation was like a bomb
Yeah,
situation.
the whale
thing,
problem.
The whale thing.
the nuclear whale. Yeah.
Back to the God
like,
question.
yeah.
Would you guys ever want to know like when you die? Like that was the question that just like came to me right now.
I don't think so.
What do you think, Ricky? No.
Nah, I think I'm cool.
Keep it a surprise.
I think Yeah,
Dude,
I've thought of that before. Of like, you see it in like short horror film things where like, oh, they got a timer on their wristwatch or whatever. It's like something that tells them how long they've got. And it's like I don't want to know that.
Even if
there's a beauty in not knowing.
Yeah.
Yeah, there definitely is. I think even if I didn't want to know, if I had the opportunity to know, even if I knew it was not in my best interest, I am too curious to not know. I wouldn't be able to resist.
Yeah, I think that, like you said, the curiosity would be so strong. It would just be but it would, it'd be maddening to know though. Like once you know it, you can't unknow that.
But it could be freeing too. Like if I knew I only had 10 hours right now, I am going to the nearest source of heroin and injecting it.
Yeah, that's fair.
Like, I feel like knowing that, I could like perfectly plan out like stuff. Like, all right, I'm gonna die here. Let's go here. Let's go here. I have this much hours to work to get this money, and I'd like to go here, and
yeah.
Like I don't have enough time to work to get this money to do the thing that I want to do. So I can, but if I steal at the right time, steal the right things at the right time, they won't have time to catch me before I die.
What do you think the afterlife is like? Consider your own unique.
I think it's like
idea of God.
I think it's like one very long dream.
I always liked the idea, and I think this kind of fits with your ideas that, we all go to heaven. Yeah. That like when we die,
eventually
we would get a personal heaven. Like what heaven is to someone else doesn't mean it's heaven for me.
Right.
Like my idea of what heaven is very different. So if I were to go to,
a bar.
Yeah, exactly. If I want it to be a perfect place, like, I think it only would make sense that it's unique to each individual.
Yeah. The afterlife for me, like I always fucking think of, you guys always mention it, Waking Life. It's one of my favorite movies, Waking Life. Every time I fucking watch a Waking Life, I always think like that's what the fucking afterlife is. It's just you going around in a dream, just talking to fucking random people you thought you'd never meet.
That type of afterlife, I think I'd be pretty okay with too. It's, that's all life is too, but in it, just a slightly trippier version.
Yeah.
Why do you put your music out into the world, and what do you hope to achieve by doing so?
Why
do you even bother?
Why do I even bother? Hell yeah. That's a great question.
What do you want?
Ultimately, I guess I want recognition. I
think you deserve it.
I think I want recognition for ultimately expressing my true self. And I want people to hear that and be inspired by my music as well. Be inspired by my words and do fucking miraculous shit when they listen to my music. I want them to be inspired and fucking donate fucking money to shit.
Yeah.
Or I don't know, man. I want people to feel like God when they listen to my music. Cause I'm God and I created this shit too. I feel like artists should feel like God when they're creating their work. And then when people fucking take that in, they should feel like it should be like a very spiritual moment, not a religious moment, but a spiritual moment. And yeah, man, and take that moment and harness that moment and use that moment for the rest of their lives to conquer any fucking mountains, man. I want to stay giant.
Dude.
You'll love knowing this then. I've mixed your music into, I have like a couple different playlists that I listen to or a couple different artists I listen to when I cook.
Nice.
Like not like in a kitchen or whatever, just for myself when I do like meal prepping, or I think I was texting you last year on like Thanksgiving when I was.
Dude, I literally had a fucking memory of you making like some Thanksgiving shit and you were bumping, I think it was something off Nightmare Fuel. That shit was awesome.
There's that. And I realized I kept looking at like, every now and then I hear something that in particular that caught my attention, and it was either, most of it was off of Poison. really like that album.
Me too.
But because I listened to everything like so out of order, it would throw in stuff from like, Faceless and shit from Phantasma. And, I guess it wouldn't have been from Phantasma. I don't think it had come out yet.
No, Phantasma hadn't come out yet by then.
But no, it was Nightmare Fuel. That was the other one with
that's
I recognize
that's Steven's cover art. Yeah.
That was the one I was like, oh shit, I've seen some shit like that before.
And I think the fucking song you put was Doom, which was the intro off Nightmare Fuel.
Okay, yeah. There is that, and the fucking Faceless, the fucking is it King of the Grave?
Ah, yeah. Oh yeah,
man.
I think it was King of the Grave.
King. That was my shit, man.
God of all who lost life. Yeah, sorry.
Dude, I have an emotional connection to OG Killa.
Ah, yeah, of course, man.
That's my song, dude.
I know.
Because I really like those moments, like you swing like manically from like fuck everything, kill shit to like chaotic is for the children. Like you have like this crazy swing and you have these like empowering moments. I really love like that. I in music in general or art in general, I love the really like those empowered dark moments where it's like fuck everything but I am still.
Yeah.
Like
oh yeah.
I like that war power feel.
Yeah. OG Killers, that's when you had mentioned like, yo, pick a few songs to like tell people like to check out, like to fucking like perfectly define you type shit. Like OG Killa was like one of the first ones.
Are we playing stuff after the interview?
Yeah, I'm down. I have a list. I have like a list of 10 songs. If you guys like want to put them there, we could shorten the fucking list too.
Beautiful. Yeah, it depends on how long we go, but I'm down to play as many as possible for sure.
Yeah, for sure. Okay. No, but I like I was saying, fucking the OG Killa track. It not only you, like a lot of people like have come up, not come up to me, but like have DM'd me about that like specific track. Like, damn, this shit, like I don't know what it is. It just hits me in the soul. One of my best friends, like the dude that like took me to my first studio to record J Black. When that tape came out, he came out, he sent me like a fucking video concept to OG Killa, and it was like pretty much like a fucking carnival type vibes, and everyone was just like playing with like fucking those games where like you gotta like throw the axe, but like someone was actually on it, so like you would like throw that shit, like that like weird like fucking creepy carnival type vibe shit. And wow, man, I was like, wow, that'd be a great fucking video concept because the beat sounds so like it's so fucking creepy. Yeah, it's like a little fucking
creepy cross shit. Dude, it just has a lot of emotional energy. Like I think your tracks, when you go super hype and trappy, which I know is something you've kind of leaned away from, but I love when you go like full speed or you do like the super emotional
introspective
ones.
Shit.
Yeah, and I think OG is kind of in between those two. It's got a bit of both, and it just worked so well.
Word.
What's your big inspirations today? Like, what kind of keeps you like your creativity sparked? Like you mentioned Tarantino. Do you get a lot of stuff from film?
Yeah, I was gonna say like the films and series that people will put out like nowadays. I don't know if you guys watch like Guillermo del Toro's like that cabinet shit. That shit is super dope. Like that type of shit's been very inspiring to me. I've been finding like less and less inspiration through music, but I feel like just people are putting out less music, even though people are putting out a lot of music at the same time. But I'm not getting much out of music, man. I'm just, if anything, like I try to like dig into like the old shit, and when I say old shit, not only old rap, but old everything, old pop, old techno music, EDM, whatever, you feel me? Like sounds, just sounds. Yeah. Sounds, man. Sounds. And I mean, now that I'm gonna be a father, it's kind of inspiring too, kind of.
It's gonna be really interesting to see how that affects your music.
Yeah, man. I'm not excited to see, but I'm excited to see how I fucking finagle that.
Well, you're one of the few people, I feel like most, whatever medium someone works in, if they're like, I'm having a kid, it's like, all right, well, say goodbye to your creative dreams. But
nah, I literally, like, when my girl told me that shit, like, that she was pregnant, like, back in, like, April, I was like, yeah, she was emotional about it. I was emotional about it as well. And I was like, yo, this is awesome. Let me tell you right now, I'm not going to stop making music. Like, I'm going to keep, anything, I'm going to go even harder now. Like, what the fuck? Like, I got to go hard as fuck now. You never know. You never know what the fuck happens. And if anything, my son's going to see that and be inspired too. And maybe he'll fucking start making music, or he'll see how fucking hard I'm going and go hard in whatever the fuck he wants to go hard in. And hell yeah.
Yeah. Have a father they're proud of pursuing their dreams.
Facts.
You know?
Facts.
Yeah, man. I already know, like, so many people fall off for way less complicated reasons, but I already know you would never, it wouldn't slow down anything, you know?
Yeah.
It might take a different shape, but
absolutely,
it's just more fuel.
More fuel, baby.
You talked about it a little bit before. And we've talked about it privately too. I feel so strongly, like, just like 95% of any genre, most rap, like, really fucking sucks. Mm-hmm. Like, like, so much, some of it's good too, but like the bling, the car, the women, that type of, Jay-Z rap, like that stuff. I feel like lyrics are just so superficial or often neglected in the realms of hip hop, but you put so much energy, imagery, and really address emotional subject matters. What's your favorite shit to write about and why?
I think my favorite shit to write about is the introspective, emotional shit, for the fucking reason that it just comes out so easy when it's like about that. Like, when it's a beat that's like slow and I could think about something introspective, like I could fucking think about like what's going on in my actual life and like how I actually feel about it, and actually put that out into fucking existence. Don't get me wrong, I love fucking rapping about the trap shit, about going hard and all that shit. And right. And that is also easy to write about, so to like in a different sense, in a different way. But it's not like that shit's cool because it's like it's cool because it's like I'm fucking that's where I gotta think as the character, as Kaotic Steel, the character, and I gotta like fucking pretty much fucking think up a fucking imaginary scene and write about that, because that's what's fucking going on in my head based on the fucking beat. Because like when I listened to the fucking MIAliens beat, all I fucking heard was like fucking bank. All I saw in my head was like a bank robbery, getaway, fucking, I don't know, like fucking trap shit, selling drugs type shit, whatever. But yeah, man. It all depends on the fucking beat. It all depends on the beat you send me. If you're gonna send me a beat that's gonna be emotional and song and soft and shit, I'm more than likely gonna think of something that's emotional and soft.
Did you listen to that Robbery 95 by Necro?
Robbery 95? I don't think I have. No.
I'll send it your way after.
Send it to me. You know what I have heard by Necro? That fucking Michael Jackson, Billie Jean shit. That shit's fucking sick. I don't know if I know that one. Oh my god, it's like Necro and Mr. Hyde, and they rap on the Billie Jean beat, and they're like, motherfuck Michael Jackson. Yeah, it's crazy ass flow, but they're just like talking shit about Michael Jackson and like his fucking sisters got fucking molested by his father. I don't know, some fucking weird ass shit's going on in that fucking rap. Dude, but it's funny as shit, and he goes hard.
Him and Ill Bill have like some of the most like visual storytelling. And granted, they put out like so much garbage too, but they have like some of the shiniest, juiciest fucking gems in all of hip hop, man. The like Creepy Crawl, like all that shit. But there's he had some old singles come out, like it came out like 8 years ago, but it's from like the early 90s, and he has this track called Robbery 95 that's like about a bank robbery, and it's kind of like a narrative story-esque, but it's like actually like the pinnacle of what 90s rap should have been, and you'll fucking love it.
by Necro. I just added it to my liked.
You'll dig.
Love it.
All right, we're getting towards the last handful. So we talked about manic energy a bit, and I wanted to address the recurrence of suicide and chaos in your music. You clearly have a heavy focus on the darker side of the emotional spectrum, but you also have these moments of positivity, the kind of the God moments, the for the kids,
the heaven or hell.
Yeah, like the infinite positivity mixed in like a swirl of like dark muck at times, and that's kind of encapsulates your manic duality, and it's something that I feel like if you put that much of it into your artwork, even if it is kind of through this masked character, it has to be something you struggle with to some extent, something you combat. And I think artists that are addressing these themes and confronting them, especially when it's like in their own words, so openly and honestly in their work, it has to be something, it has to be a demon you wrestle with. And I'm wondering how that battle is going.
Well, the battle's going. It's going well. I'm winning.
Good. But that's what I wanted to hear. Fuck yeah.
Yeah, man. But like that sadness is like, don't get me wrong. Like a lot of us are depressed and deal with anxiety and think about, taking our lives and shit. But like at the end of the day, I don't necessarily want to do that. You feel me? Like deep down, that's why we're still here, like maybe some of us have made attempts but like the fact that you're still here is because deep down, I want to be here. I want to fulfill some type of purpose. Like I don't want to fucking hurt my loved ones. You feel me? Like there's people that are here. Like sure, maybe they probably don't support like all our shit, like artistically and shit, but they still love us. You feel me? Like that's got to count for something. So like I don't want to like you never want to like fucking succumb to those fucking feelings of depression. So we make art and we fucking put that shit in our lyrics and we put it out. So we fucking brush that shit off our shoulders and we fucking forgive ourselves for something that never happened. So yeah, man, right. It's fuck, like depression sucks. But I feel like life is better. Yeah.
Yeah, beats the alternative.
Yeah. Don't get me wrong. A lot of us are fucking curious as to what's on the other side too. But time will tell.
Yeah. I was actually just talking with my boss today about like I think there's power in just in knowing that you have the option, and I think once you get past that, I think that's a lot of where like for me, the idea of like living in spite came from, of like, despite the things that make me my depression and like the things that make me consider the option of suicide, I'm going to be stronger than them.
Yeah.
And that's, like when I think Steven first said, stay giant to me, like that was a thing that it didn't really hold a specific meaning in my head then. But that's what it more means to me now, of like, just rise above the bullshit.
Right.
And you are better than, whatever could possibly trying to hold you down.
Absolutely.
Shouts out to Sam for that one, man. It's honestly, it's kind of surreal because I've actually, me and him, he said that to me on a really rough night I was having. He wrote it on something. He didn't even say it. And since me and him say it to each other, but I've also just like, since that day, like have repeated it so much, it's kind of like weirdly became a thing to like a lot of people in my life, like their own thing. And that's like so fucking cool.
Yeah.
I don't know. And he never gets to see that part of it, but it's really interesting that, I don't know.
Yeah. Thanks, Sam. Good looking out.
Shout out to Sam.
Fuck yeah. I don't know if you will happen to remember this quote. There was a whole no jumper war about it at one point, but I forget which rapper it was. It might have been one of the Mellies. One of those new, one of those new kids. Who the fuck knows? But one of them said, and it was as he was going to prison.
Oh, for killing his own friend, that guy?
It was something like that. But it was, you can't be a real thug if you're not in a gang before 15. It was a quote to that effect where, like, you could be a person that does some crazy shit, but, like, you weren't bred for it unless you did it before this age or whatever. And I don't necessarily agree with that, but I do understand the idea behind it. And I feel like there's something, right? Like, if you make art, right? Like, and there are some exceptions with rappers, but if you make art where you're just still here today trying to make shit, like, you're not about the other shit, like the bullshit, the violence or like none of this shit. Just straight trying to die. Like, any artist who's making anything, who is still trying, they're different than, I don't know. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely.
I feel like I'm not saying it well.
Yeah, we're not fucking chasing the fucking fame, even though we kind of want fame from this shit, but it's not in the way that you guys are obtaining fame. Like, I'm not gonna go out and fucking kill someone or date a celebrity because I don't even have the fucking means to do that.
Just to get your name in the paper and the tabloid for
exactly,
a minute.
just to fucking run a headline in a blog, and the fucking people are not even gonna read the entire fucking article. So, like, what the fuck is, I don't know, like, a lot of the shit that rappers are doing now is not only detrimental to their own fucking lives, but just fucking detrimental to society in general. Cause, like, the majority of people are going to see that, and the majority of kids are going to be fucking influenced to do the same thing.
The violence specifically.
Of course, violence, or just in general, clout chasing, as the kids say, clout chasing. Like, they're not demons out there. They're not going to fucking look at artists like me or artists like fucking whoever the fuck is making shit for themselves and be inspired by that, because there's no traction to it.
Well, plus, yeah, dude,
you're also you're in the unique situation where if you were to commit a heinous violent crime, a lot of the headlines are just going to read Florida man, and then fill in the rest.
Big time.
But there is a traction game.
Yeah, there you go.
But there is something to. I think it's one of those things you either try or you don't with art, right? Like, anybody trying to make stuff, they're in the category of trying. Absolutely. And it does really suck. We've definitely talked about it before. Like, trying to get noticed on the internet as a creative person is like the most frustrating battle ever.
Extremely.
You deserve so many more ears than organically then it's easy to find. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I understand.
Yeah. Especially the more people that the easier it gets for you to do as a creator, to make and publish things, the easier it is for everyone else too. So when you have, like, Instagram is just full of artists doing shit, and it doesn't mean that it's all good, but it's just full of artists. So yeah, it gets to a point where, like, for me, if Steven recommends something, like, I'm definitely down to take a look at it. Or if something comes across organically that catches my eye, that's fine. But I tend to scroll through it. If I see too many different art posts all at once, it's like I don't.
Of course, after like 3, I'm probably switching the fucking app. You're probably off to like Twitter after or something.
Yeah, and I think that a lot of this is the same, especially in rap. I think, in music in general, but especially in rap, I think people realize, like, oh, you can get the tools to make, something, some kind of a song from home pretty quickly and easily. So more people are making music, which is ideally, it's fantastic that more people are creating things, but that means that you have a much deeper sea to, try to get your, media to the light.
All right.
You have to really come in from, the depths of, like, whatever it is to
Right.
To let the light touch your work.
Right. And even then, sometimes people are like, yo, you got to put in some money. You got to put some money in that song.
Exactly.
And then you got to fucking pay blogs, and you're paying fucking just random. You're just putting money in random. You don't even know where the fuck who you're paying.
Where it's
with
going.
hopes to get some spins. And sometimes at the end of the day, it's fucking fake plays and shit like that. And it was all in the pursuit of trying to get fucking heard. And
we were looking at like marketing for like our restaurant shit,
literally,
even, like
you got to self-market.
It's all, and we'd have like different PR people we talk to, and like they take over our Instagram and like make a couple posts. It's like, fuck, I can do this.
Facts.
And it's like, you can go through and like pay for it. And then it's like, but is it reaching the right audience? Is it
exactly. We could do this, but we don't have the audience that they have that they're fucking pushing their shit. Because you see all these fucking rappers that are fucking putting out shit, and you think, damn, what the fuck? How the fuck are they getting fucking spins? No one knows who the fuck they are. And sometimes they're just fucking paying for a manager, and that manager knows someone that's fucking pushing fucking hip hop DX and all these fucking blogs or whatever the fuck TMZ or whatever the fuck, whoever the fuck to post a fucking song, and people fucking click on it. It's crazy.
It's one of those things. I feel like to succeed or just to survive and be able to put out what you need to get out of yourself, the words you have to get out of your body, like you have to enjoy the struggle to some degree.
You have to,
because it's a David and Goliath,
and those
no matter what.
And those fucking ears that we don't get after every fucking project is kind of what drives me more to like keep putting out projects, because I want to put out more projects. And if you don't catch this one, you'll catch the next one, and you don't catch the next one, you'll catch the one after that. If you don't catch the one after that, just keep going.
Because you're never done. You're always going to have to say more.
Yep, that's the life of an artist. You just keep going. The life of artists like us, you feel me? Not fucking artists that are fucking getting paid to fucking perform shit. Like, don't get me wrong, I'd love to do that, but the position we're in, we're fucking grinding for a buck.
I described what our current, like, their current podcast situation is. Like, we're definitely not, gigantic in, the podcast industry by any means. It's a flooded market. And
absolutely.
Like we were talking about, like, if we were to pop off at some point, like everything up to that point it's a back catalog.
Right.
It's something that, like, when people do notice you, then you have all these albums that they can, it's not just like there's one thing for them to go to, and it's I
have catalog. That's the one thing that, like, I could stand on. I have catalog.
It's valuable.
Yeah.
Someday.
You guys have 100 plus episodes.
Yeah, man.
Not a lot of people can say that, man. That's 100 plus episodes. That's a fuck ton of hours.
And thanks to the wonderful work that Steven does, we've been on time for, like, all of them too. Like, they all come out like weekly for the last 2 years. Right. It's fucking really wild.
And that's a gem to have on your side, because not every fucking podcast has, like, that person who's going to edit this shit down to make sure this shit's going to be out next week.
Right.
And you guys put out fucking quality fucking educational content. Not everyone does that shit, man.
Dude, so we should change we should change our tab and our tag in Spotify to be educational.
Dude, I genuinely love people like us, though. Like, I feel like we're the only type of people I could fuck with, because there's something in us that makes us have to do something, even when it doesn't make sense, right? Like, trying to succeed in digital art or in rapping in 2022, 2023, doing a podcast, like, it's not, the odds are not in our favor, but it doesn't matter. We're still always going to do it. And that I fucking love and respect that about us, because that's what the fuck else are we going to do? Like, that's all we care about.
Right.
Yeah.
That's all we fucking care about, man.
Spend your energy doing something that you care about, that you're passionate about. It's a rarity.
And it takes a lot of nuts to do.
It does, especially if you're trying to, like, make a living on it and put money into it. Like, it's really fucking hard to bite that bullet.
Right. Man, I feel like 2021, 2022, like, the podcast scene, that fucking, like, the surge of the amount of podcasts that like just came out in that year, like you guys are like fighting against the grain right now. Like this, like these past 2 years for podcasts is like fucking rap from 2010 to 2012, where like everyone was rapping.
At least a lot. We noticed like there's so many different podcasts that start and then they have they record a few episodes and they fizzle out.
Yep.
Like it doesn't stick around. That's why I know we talked about this for a while. Like and this is even from different notes that we heard from, there's a book I got called, Everybody Has a Podcast Except You, that one of their main things was just like, what's the word I'm looking for? Like just consistency. Yeah. It's the consistency. It's like, just keep doing it. Just keep doing it, because there's so many of them that fizzle out. Yeah. And I mean, I think that's true of a lot of different, mediums too. It's just like, people get into it and then they realize, this isn't working out for me. And then they, turn it off. But like, if you keep going, even if you're not like, even if you're megastar, like, exactly.
Van Gogh.
Yeah. You look back at their work and you're like, wow, there's a fucking lot of this. Like they really, like their name is worth knowing, something that they did was so, it stood out. They continued despite not, getting, top 10 comedy podcast or, Billboard chart shit, like I think that's it's commendable to a point that, like you said, creative people can understand.
Well, we've talked about how you write, and we've talked about how you try to get ears, like work after things are made. We've talked about people you work with, but we haven't talked much about the actual production process. Like after writing, what does your process look like from writing to the final mix? Whatever's your favorite part or you want to talk about.
All right.
Let me ask you this too. Let me interject with this. Do you write lyrics before you hear beats, or do you always hear beats before you write to it?
Okay, so sometimes I write lyrics without the beat, and most of the time I'm just like, that's like a free write. You feel me? I'm just writing whatever comes to mind, whatever rhymes with rhyme, time, blah blah blah. Yeah. But most of the time I'm writing to a beat. So I'm writing, not only am I writing to a beat, I'm writing with the intention of like putting that beat on a project and putting that shit out. Like I don't have anything unreleased that has never come out. Like nothing. Like, how people are probably like sitting on a vault of music. I don't have that.
Yeah.
Everything I've ever recorded or intended to put out, with the exception of like maybe like a few features, that type of shit, has come out and is out.
You're not you're whole assing it. You're not half assing
it. I'm whole assing it, both cheeks. But yeah, so
how do you get the beats? What's that like? I know you work with different producers.
Yeah, so like when I first started off, I was just collecting beats from different producers and just like making projects out of them. So I would like pick the beats that I want, and from that I'm like visualizing the concept of this audio journey that the listener is about to go on. Faceless, two-face, face your fears. It was all like a face thing, and it was all like the concept of a fucking faceless monster coming out and he's killing people, and then in Two-Face he's recognizing he's a little human because he's Two-Face, and then face your fears. You're facing your fears of society and shit like that, and you're coming into your own man, that type of shit. So everything I try to write is concept based. And usually in the beginning, those beats were all like bought through online stores or people that I met online, and they were selling beats, and I thought, this beat sounds like it could fit on the project, that type of shit. But later on, as I grew as an artist and I fucking gained more relationships through this fucking music shit, I would just now, like what I do now is just usually fucking producers send me beats, and like, cause the last couple of fucking projects have been just like, all right, money. My homie Miles, he sent me 6 beats from the UK. Hey, write to these. And I was like, cool. I'm gonna write to these. It's gonna be a project called Nightmare Fuel. I'll pick up the cover from the homie. I'll let you know. Then I'll write to it. I go record that shit, get it mixed, blah, blah, blah. Go talk to Steven about the cover. I send it to the fucking producer. He fucks with it. Awesome. Put it on the fucking streaming services. Well, first it was SoundCloud. Now it's fucking, I put it on DistroKid, and then DistroKid distributes that through all the fucking streaming services. But yeah, nowadays it's just working with singular producers, and most of them have like just like a folder of beats for me, and I'm writing to that, man.
Dude, what a strange like black market river of creative people like flowing into each other. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like that's a lot of like different levels of collaboration with people who do different things but all care about the same
purpose. Yeah, man. It's fucking crazy. And it's crazy like how you land in some of these places, cuz like Bombi, like the dude who recorded like my from pretty much everything. Like I met him through another rapper who worked at Best Buy with me. And then I didn't have a studio anymore. And then like one of the managers told me that this kid, shout out to Ali Vice, that made fucking music at fucking Best Buy. I talked to him and he was like, yeah, I got the studio, blah, blah, blah. And then through that, I fucking, imagine, bro, Two-Face, Face Your Fears, everything after that came out of that fucking studio. So it's fucking crazy that you're meeting this fucking like this, like you said, this black market river of fucking artists, not only online, but through the fucking, your fucking work and shit like that.
Speaking about
pre-COVID.
Through speaking about what you're passionate about.
Facts.
I feel like the people that are passionate and quiet, they miss out on so much shit.
Right.
I got like one last one, but I'm down to anything you guys want to get out. I'm down. I'll just roll out the last question, and then wherever it takes us, we'll go with.
We already talked about like Publix chicken and shit before we started recording, so I got all the important stuff out of the way.
To me, one of the most beautiful aspects of the arts is that the viewer or listener gets to interpret their own personal meaning. And I
absolutely
fully went on that journey with your last project. But what would you say directly to listeners if you were given that chance? I think now's the chance. Direct speaking to any potential listener of your music and of this show, what would you like to say to them? And then in a bit, if your words aren't enough, we're going to definitely play your music.
All right, cool. I would say that Kaotic Steel is just a human that has not gotten it figured all out yet. And that's okay. And that's okay. It's okay to figure shit out later on in life. It's okay to find a fucking passion later on in life. It's okay if you don't know what the fuck you want to do with your life. I think the message you should get through my music is, in the corniest way possible, anything is possible.
Yeah.
Impossible is nothing. Cringe. Hold on. Let me finish this.
I feel that though.
I'm trying to be like inspiring but not corny at the same time.
Stay strange, always angry.
Stay strange, always angry. Wow. Thank you, Steven. God damn.
It is hard to be inspiring without being corny. It's not.
Yeah, because it's like it's a big deal, man. It's like my first fucking interview.
They go hand in hand. You did fantastic, yeah.
It's easier in the music. It's easier to feel, I feel like. You know what I mean? Like in music, there's something about how we respond to it that, you know, there's still tons of stuff that can come off super corny by people, but there's something like when it hits right, like you really feel that shit.
Right. And even that's like the main message I'm trying to send. Like, yo, whatever you feel in life, not even through art. If you're out there fucking whipping work or cooking dope, whatever you feel is best for your life, I think you should go through with it. Whatever makes you happiest.
Your feelings and thoughts are valid.
Hey,
Be the best meth dealer you can be.
do it. Someone validate my parking.
Dude, I love it.
We don't do that here. Sorry.
Oh,
That's
fuck.
not
You'll have to talk to the cats.
yeah, talk to the cats outside. They
Well,
might throw up on your shoes, but
Well, I think that's a wonderful last note to leave out on is, I don't know, anything to say before we wrap?
This is not my only TrashCast interview. Part 2 definitely coming in
Absolutely.
2023. You already know when more music comes out. You already know the
for
vibes.
sure.
Yeah, dude, we're always going to stay talking. We're definitely, as new projects come out, as your career blossoms, as your family grows, we're definitely going to be talking more.
As
So
the,
excited.
As the podcast blossoms as well.
Dude,
I would
fuck
love
yeah,
to do
man.
it.
Bro, I can't
I
wait
would
till you
love to
guys
do
get
at
that.
least
I can't wait till you guys get that BetterHelp ad.
We all float.
I'm so sick of BetterHelp. Fuck off.
I know.
In every
They're
every
cutting into my
podcast,
podcast time.
Yes.
I'm talking about my fucking inspirations. Oh, welcome to BetterHelp. Refer TrashCats 50.
Yeah, we're gonna have a whole. There's gonna be a gigantic change before we start getting ads. And
can't wait.
We
Yeah,
talked
you're
about
gonna
that
get
from the
them.
beginning. It's like one of the main things we hate about podcasts is all the fucking ads.
So all the fucking
It's
ads,
so
bro.
brutal.
There's just one podcast I listen to. I think I told you guys last time, bro. It's like, fuck, you guys only talk for an hour and a half. It's 6 of you, and you guys put ads in the fucking. Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
Fuck off.
If we start putting ads on our videos, it's because one of us got cancer and we need to pay the medical bills.
It's just Lord.
Dude, we burnt so many bridges right off the bat. I think we're unaddable.
Nah, bro, you guys are good, bro. Just start the GoFundMe.
Yeah.
So before we get out of here, dude, shout out your socials and then tell us what some of the music we're gonna listen to.
Hell yeah. All right. So all my socials are at Kaotic Steel. That is KAOTICSTEEL. Yes, that's steel with 2 E's, not 3. That's the fake steels.
Oh shit! Imposters.
Yeah.
And then what are we listening to?
All right. So I had like more than like 10 songs here. If you guys 1, 2, 3, 4,
Yes.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Cool, dude.
Hell yeah.
Very excited. I think it'll be very telling to see what songs you picked to best represent yourself. So that's going to be really cool. I strongly feel like any interview with artists should have like as much of the artist's work at the end of the episode or throughout the episode as possible. So I'm super excited to play some stuff too.
Word.
So.
And the last song that I actually had like on that list of 10 was Crosses, which is the last song off the last tape. And like,
Ooh.
yeah, I really like that song because it also has
Yes.
3 verses, and rappers don't do 3 verses much anymore. So I don't know. I feel kind of
true?
Yeah, it's very true. I mean, at least the new style rappers.
What do they do? 2 or 4?
Probably.
I don't know if I've
verses,
noticed.
like probably 1 or 2. 1 or 2, and then with like a fucking hook or chorus just going on throughout the whole fucking song.
True.
Yeah.
They just way overuse the hook.
Yeah, no. 3 verses, you probably find that on like a Griselda track, like those type
Tech
of rappers.
track.
Tech 9, yeah.
It's like, yeah.
Shout out to Brother Lynch. He probably has a lot of 3 verse joints.
Mostly 3 verse. Yeah. A lot of bars. Yeah. Fuck yeah. Dude, thank you so much, dude. I'm so
Seriously.
fucking glad we did this.
Dude, hell
Fuck
yeah,
yeah.
bro. And it's gonna be a long one too. I'm fucking hyped. I'm hyped to fucking go to work and listen to this because it's usually like
Yeah.
my fucking routes on Thursday start with the new TrashCats episode.
Fuck yeah.
Hell yeah.
Well, that said, I do have my editing work ahead of us, so let's get on out of here. And I look forward to. I don't know if I'll get you the edit ahead of time, but we'll talk before then. And
I don't need it. Drop it and I'll listen to it.
Beautiful.
Yeah, that adds to our play count. It's good for.
Yeah, absolutely. What the fuck? Hell yeah. Actually, yeah, dude, don't send it to me because if not, I'm not gonna listen to it on Spotify. So.
That sounds good. Cold listen it is, dude. Thank you so much. I'm so glad we did this.
Thank y'all, man. Thank y'all for making this a fucking comfortable conversation.
Hell yeah, man. Thanks for coming and talking to us at all. That's great. Steven sent me the text message when you got the microphone. I think you took a screenshot of it and sent it to me. And I was like, fuck yeah. It's on, dude.
Facts, man. This is the fucking greatest podcast in the podcast realm.
Cue the music.
Your life versus zero gets made. I'm telling these niggas I'm one of you niggas. Your life versus zero gets all of my niggas. Your life versus zero gets made. I'm telling these niggas I'm one of you niggas. Your life versus zero gets all of my niggas.
I do not fuck with you humans cannot fuck with me. No way. I am a god of Egyptian descent like Yuki, but without the neck piece. No. How? All of you niggas is stupid. We ain't the same, not even congruent. Can stomach the fluids that I have been brewing. Get out of my way or your day it is ruined. Yeah. Big bees. For friends I come in threes. K-A-O-T-I-C-I-C. El Nino Pestillas. Desperate times, desperate measures. Yeah. Drink the pain, smoke the pleasure. You want the fame, it's now or never. I choose never, cause right now we're being watched by lepers. Spotted lepers with a case of leprosy. I'm in the fourth dimension, not to mention I'm perplexed by your perspective. My perception on the matter stunt your growth and drain your bladder. Void your bowels when you spark the chatter. I'ma spark this thunder. No moments of silence, you're 6 feet under. Make some noise without due disrespect. Fucking click and you're I'm a villain, a diligent individual. Gotta save in a sense the conditions are critical. Every little move I make is pivotal. With the strength of God, turn your home into a swimming pool. Breaststroke, backstroke, masstroke, lactose, actual. Boy, no noise, reset, no joy. Reset my toys, oh joy.
No one's ever been able to call him Exodia. Obliterate!
Run it back, I'ma run it back. Back then, hoes didn't want me hated by my friends. Friends imaginary dreams are getting scary. My life is one big Jerry, spring the show. Call Charlie Sheen cause we winning ho. Niggas wanna hate cause it wins is low and my wins is up. Can't fool us for long, your jig is up. I'll call your bluff, chaotic nigga. Yeah, what up? You're done, ho, donezo. Come out the front door, back is closed. I got songs to write, no time for Mac and hoes. There's my invite to this fortune you keep talking about. 100K followers, 0 clout. Niggas wanna hate when I think out loud, so I think out loud. Wow, do you hear me now? Waka, flocka, pow. Have you run it back yet?
Ask again, ask again, ask again, ask again. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, nah. What to do? Nothing to do but just scroll through pictures of you, wishing I would. At least your ex, the fiercest sex of all time. Just to be involved with you, an honor to be slightly mine. What goes around comes around, the cycles. Live your life in denial, forget about your survival. Is that survival of the fittest? When you've only eaten chicken, you only giving thanks when you think it's Thanksgiving. I ain't forgetful or forgiving. Arsonists get all the girls, watch me burn down all my bridges. Make some noise. Yeah. Accidentatious, flow is the messiest. Ancient practice the sexiest. Criminal minded, I guess he is. Pepsi Desperado told me if I won the lotto, that's rocket power like Otto. Reggie, Sammy, twisted your sister. Don't call me Mr. Professor, Sir or Senor. Got lyrics galore, your spirit beast is a whore. Don't eat any Mary for the power to soar. Yeah, want me to stop, but all I have in me is more.
rise of the minds in the skies. Open eyes equal open minds. Rep the wicked, still I'm soaked in shine. Broke a crown, trying to kill all you niggas. Drank a glass of Novocaine so I can feel all you niggas. It's the wicked till I stick it, and these bitches say I'm in it. Wait a minute, wait a second. You was with me for the record. Don't remember, do recall, a lot of doubt though. You heard only one song and call me so you must be deaf. Wait a minute, wait a second. Me and music's just a blessing. All knowing, second guessing, second nature to a pessimist. Think highly of ourselves, that's why you hear the best of us. Quit second guessing, blowing the back to my ways. You can say that I'm stuck in my ways. Out my way, run, pay a noise, son. And as I depart, I bid you farewell. And the best of luck to you climbing up heaven's stairwell. This ain't my goodbye, think of it as like I see you later. Peace to my supporters, including all my fucking haters. All you debaters on YouTube, so grab a hobby. I'ma put a dent in your girl like my name was Harvey. That's a two-faced reference if you couldn't tell. Face your fears or suck a dick on your way to hell. Yeah, yeah. Will I go tonight? Should I go? Could I go tonight? Will I go? Should I go tonight? Let me know, let me know. Will I go tonight? Should I go? Could I go tonight? Will I go? Should I go tonight? Let me know, let me know. Have you ever seen a ghost floating in the middle of the air, in the middle of the day? Ain't nobody really care if you're gone, if you're dead, it's all the same. Another empty shell, lost and found with no name. When did I become a ghost? When did I begin to float? Did I shoot? Did I fall? Did I choke? Will you mourn the loss of me? I hope. Do or die, psycho killer. Is you down to take my life? I don't have the guts or nuts to pull the trigger. I tried twice, take cyanide through the night. Who will notice when they're all preoccupied? In my mind we stand and die for what is right. But one can only hope, one can only dream for world peace. In a world where every piece of shit could hold heat. Stay strange, always angry, the crazy in me, but when now it runs in the family. I can't believe I let it get this far. But now that we're here, so far away, come play the guitar. Fly away, drop a two-shirt stained in the car. Cry me a river, drown in it. Now welcome back, I burn my bridges, send you back a welcome mat as souvenirs. Corny keychains for the kids who face their fears. Do or die, psycho killer. Is you down to save a life? I can't seem to find a purpose in between society's lies. I ain't shit, you ain't shit, we ain't shit collectively. Pissing shit to every wish set out to put a hex on me. Do or die, psycho killer. Is you down to run away with my bleeding heart a run and start to where my soul shall lay? Tell me lies, tell me truths. I confide in my words that I pry from my mouth in this booth. I'm upset, I'm aloof, gaming heads, I'm a lose. Since birth I've been cursed, I knew it, I was the first to notice my own regurgitation. Back to this verse, I'm trying but it's not worth it. Sometimes I watch this work myself into the dirt for the best I hope. Best I hope. Have you ever seen a ghost floating in the middle of the air, in the middle of the day? Ain't nobody really care if you're gone, if you're dead, it's all the same. Another empty shell, lost and found with no name. When did I become a ghost? When did I begin to float? Did I shoot? Did I fall? Did I choke? Will you mourn the loss of me? I hope. Faded, I'm faded, I'm faded and I'm gone. Faded, I'm faded, I'm faded and I'm gone. Faded, I'm faded, I'm faded and I'm gone. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls all across the world, I go by the name of Kaotic Steel. This is the Face to Face EP, brought to you in part by Wicked Noise, produced by Mo Start, and I'm here with my nigga Bone Beats. You dig that? Wake up, wake up, wake up. Get your ass off the bed, brush your head and make up. The system's got me feeling down, slave to the paper. Getting money that important, y'all can get no faker. Your priorities need some sorting, y'all out here snorting, blowing money and then killing trees. I'm up every morning, activated, then I'm killing beats. Time turns slow, every time I rhyme quick. Sometimes I'm alright and sometimes I get sick. Everything's good, everybody got a preference. As long as you listen and then attempt to grasp the message that I'm sending to the masses. Sleeping on me with they matches glued to their back. Two-face, face to face, back to back. Labor Day, still I work, never slack. Running with the night, oh my God, what was that, what was that? A dark night, in the shadows, I'm the best that you had. I reminisce on my life, every time I have a chance. Every day and night, day and night, day and night. The lonely drinker becomes a thinker, doubts the reflections. Day and night, day and night, day and night. The lonely stoner becomes a loner, questions his presence. Day and night, day and night, day and night. Somehow I keep stressing my mind every day and night. Every day and night. Every day and night, maybe I should stay and fight. Take a hit tonight, couldn't live up to my name, so now I make the kryptonite. Say hello to the bad guy with the mad. I'm a villain with the killing, skip the penicillin, yo. Hell froze over, now I'm chilling with the snow. Hey, it's chaotic with a K. I think about shooting myself like every other day. Don't care if you're black, Hispanic, white, or even gay, but I'll release my peace on you. Oh, how sweet of you. Shock the world like I was training Pikachu. Killer be killed, don't mind me, I'm being real. I'll get on your last nerves like fuck. How you feel, get out your feelings. Head to the ceiling, forget that self, begin your healing. Know who you're dealing with. I ain't in it for the minute, try to make this shit last. Every chance that I get, I reminisce on my past. Every day and night, day and night, day and night. The lonely drinker becomes a thinker, doubts the reflections. Day and night, day and night, day and night. The lonely stoner becomes a loner, questions his presence. Day and night, day and night, day and night. Somehow I keep stressing my mind every day and night. Every day and night. Every day and night, day and night, day and night. Every time I come around it's hot, then it's not. What the fuck is up? Oh dear God, it's been a while since we talked. I throw shade and salt, cause my fault, still your fault. Who's to blame? He who shall not be named. People think me insane, seek to expand my brain. Need to keep up this flame. This fire burns always, always. I'm in my lane.
Listen in action, people be acting like I was born on no credit and taxes. Time to look after, time in the past, cause time in the future don't actually matter. I'm stuck in the moment. On my sleeve, I wear my heart, really I'm stoic. I don't need degrees of me, rather be a poet. Roses are dead, honest and new. Hey, the MIA is where I stay, it's where I stay. But I was born in outer space, Hey, rap game, Dr. Strange. Who? Your time is up, my time's in vain. Nobody wanna rap no more. Everybody wanna scream and shout. Nobody wanna clap no more. Everybody wanna sell me clout. Nobody wanna reach out to me, and they don't wanna where the fuck have I been. I swear to God, the audacity of some of you make me wanna sin. Take a scenic route, slit my wrist, now I'm bleeding out. Make a wish, now the genie's out. Side get fried inside beanies out. I'd wish for infinite wishes, you wish for infinite bitches. I fuck around and then fuck around with some voodoo rid this sickness. The price of peace is sacrifice. I'd sacrifice a piece of mind for a happy life. I live where you vacation, I can't wait for my vacation to the afterlife. I hang with death and we laugh at life. Penny for your thoughts, cause your life ain't worth half a dime. No, not a nickel. The MIA is where I stay, it's where I stay, it's where I stay. But I was born in outer space, Rap game, Dr. Strange. Who? Your time is up, my time's in vain.
Life is a trap. You live then you die. I'm better off dead, fuck a nap. I do not sleep. That's for the weak. Lay awake at night in silence to hear my thoughts speak. I said fuck a peak, hitting my boiling point, make a wish door, going into the fountain of youth. Mindless, the only youth in you is your attitude is childish. What's worse than a murder? Maybe when the corpse gets beat, drink a horse to the water, ended up at shit's creek, then we sold it to the slaughter. Would you do anything to eat? Don't make me laugh, I'm about to spaz. Let a nigga speak, let a nigga spaz. Shout out Vinny Pass, took a box cutter, then cut her in the ass. She cut a nigga off, no turning signals. Burn her eyebrows off, Mrs. Pringles. Eat this dingo, very, very scary. Harry Potter couldn't stop me. Copy, select, all, cut, paste, menopause, fuck, make, feed, kill, repeat. In my shell, I wait and bleed. In this hell, I must retreat. Will I prevail? I guess we'll wait and see. The mind is a trap. You overthink often. The chances of you getting zapped by your own hands is 100 to 1. I am the wickedest under the sun and above the moon. Let me bring it back now. Never put the mask down, put up a front or get lost in the background. Gotta fake it to make it, if not, why would you say it? Calm down, shit happens when you party naked. Walking down the street bare face, cause I ain't famous. Speak the truth when I'm sober, so I don't blame it on the alcohol. Bitch, I'm out to ball with Tiny Morpheus and Nate Archibald. Yes, we running fours, then we running doors. Slip, fall, bust your head, all these muddy floors. It's the cause and effect of a sunken place. What caused you all to hide your fucking face? Know your fucking place, so get a fucking taste of your own medicine on your fucking plate. Pick up the pace and finish off the platter. Gotta clean the dishes cause I accidentally splattered. Blood on the knives, guts in the spoon. I'ma be the first to bust a nut on the moon. If you're waiting to be safe, then I think you're doomed. Cause the world ended back in 2012 consumed by another vortex. Worn out cerebral cortex. Chaotic spit that molten. Because of these tracks cause they potent. Life is a trap, your mind is a trap. Time is a trap, the game is a trap. We're trapped in the trap, there's no turning back. When the soul becomes black, then you're allowed back. Life is a trap, your mind is a trap. Time is a trap, the game is a trap. We're trapped in the trap, there's no turning back. When the soul becomes black, then you're allowed back. Life is a trap, your mind is a trap. Time is a trap, the game is a trap. We're trapped in the trap, there's no turning back. When the soul becomes black, then you're allowed back. Life is a trap, your mind is a trap. Time is a trap, the game is a trap. We're trapped in the trap, there's no turning back. When the soul becomes black, then you're allowed back.
Can I see my face now? Yo, what the fuck is in this shit? Don't ask, don't tell. Can you hear the sound? Wicked noises in this bitch. 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 2 times for those who ain't catch it. 2 times. Modern youth is in this hoe. When I start rocking, you won't match it. Arsonists get all the girls. I intend to burn these bridges that meant to harm my inner peace. To the ashes, I forgive it. Please, Father, don't let me forget. Need to feel, make them regret. For the lies that least just spread behind the backs of their own bed. Weight of the world feel like a boulder. In the south, need the heat when the soul gets colder. Chaotic Steel question, dude, what the hell you vulgar? The truth hurts, don't it? Before you get lost in the moment, need to get that dirt off my shoulder, cause I've been 6 feet under with roses. I need to get that dirt off my shoulder, cause I've been 6 feet under, getting eaten by rodents. Need God. Bow down to the motherfucking greatest. This for anyone wondering where the king of the grave went. Home, sweet home, had to follow the moss. She eats bones, that's a hell of a floss. Off with their heads, they're not dead, that's a hell of a trinket. I wanna be what I dream, so I'm always thinking. People say I think too much, I don't think they think enough. Spending time on some wasted stuff, got their minds fucked up, they numb. They've become so numb, they can't hear them think. I belong to none, all of this is fake. Can't believe I broke out of my coffin just to witness this. Suspects with no mask, say they as they name the witnesses. Dirt off my shoulder, cause I've been 6 feet under with roses. I need to get dirt off my shoulder, cause I've been 6 feet under, getting eaten by rodents. Need God. One take.
If the devil wears Prada, I'ma kill myself myself for nada. Maybe some mascara and my mask on the cara. Slip my neck in the noose, disappear like Tada. Resurrect, Cruciata, curse on every cheek, I'm alive. One time for the fellas, 2 times for the ladies, 3 times for your demons. When they got me feeling like Hades, Lord of the underworld, underground, and the sounds ain't hitting like a piston's mouth. Down, I'm bound to see the end, we all are. Down to the bottom of the sea with a small car. Submarines are expensive. I'm broke as shit as expected. Maybe change your perspective. Spare some change, it's your neck, bitch. Money grow on trees, you throw it in the street. Pollute the same habitat in which you sleep. Help me help you make sense of this worthless shit you call a life then. Chaotic is best during the day, nihilistic at night. Nick at night ain't got shit on me but a mic and Ike instead of a pike. Ow! Ain't that some sweet shit? Stuck in a dungeon, I cannot function. Stuck in a dungeon, I cannot function. Dungeon, what's your function? Isolation, death for peace. Dungeon, how's that function? Locking you up, throw out the keys. 25 a life, I'd rather 25 a life. So you can take my life by choice, yes it's mine. The life of the wife was ended by the knife. Blood spreading with a knife, I hope you find an excuse to live out the rest of your days. With stress in your face, I'm stretching my face. With every fake smile that I wear a disgrace. Fuck out my way, paving the way for my greatest escape. I forget yesterday as I thrive in the moment. The TrashCats redemption taught us that the tension that builds up inside a man inside a prison could lead him to killing. Innocence of living, I'm just tired of giving back and never getting anything return. The same energy before you make me finish me, feed a human centipede. Pause. I've walked the green mile. You scared to walk with me?
Am I a real enemy of the cross? Or a very sorry saint?
Don't be ashamed of the life you live. The path is set, the past is set it is. Don't be stuck on figments you can fix. What if Jesus popped us like it is?
Am I a real enemy of the cross? Or a very sorry saint?
Addy after addy, so focused on who's an alley. You've turned your back on those who had yours. You'll drop the addy, you are missing what's being revealed. Enemy on the cross, Kaotic Steel. As a son, I'm prodigal. These flames are not a go. Hang 10 with the devil. Got pride in my hair follicles. Under different conditions, I will end with a quote. So inspirational, but the darkness has a right to a vote. Inside my head, it's like the forces are playing a game of tug of war between my spirit and ego, but I can't take no more. If I could go back to that choice, I swear I'd never make it. I must have been a fool to believe in the separation. We are one as one. The day that I feel that I'm done, this gun should bring me comfort. Shut out the sons of Mumford. My folks ain't with the cuss words, but it takes a village to raise a me in this unaccepting society. Pop a pellet, I'm sweating, I'm yelling, go fish. You pop the molly, that's funny, mommy, I call your bluff. The snow under your nose tells a different story. Never worry, Jesus will save you when you've had enough. The dark mark sparks panic, her panic, his panic.
Am I a real enemy of the cross? Or a very sorry saint?
Don't be ashamed of the life you live. The path is set, the past is set it is. Don't be stuck on figments you can fix. What if Jesus popped us like it is?
Am I a real enemy of the cross? Or a very sorry saint?
I steal. To beat the steel, you must be willing to conceal your private info, cause I'm coming for everything with a semen pulse. You won't be affected until you see the results. I'm the king of the grave, aka king of the mulch. I can binge all of today with the flick of the remote. Control comes in all shapes and forms. I'm the ether, take the form of nothing. Formless until attached to something. I'm done fronting on my past. Get in front of this shit, so its time won't last. You break your fast with a tardy brunch, but first get drunk, you can't live without a vice. Awake at night, the price is always wrong, so I say fuck a right. I made a left with no regrets. Forgive the key to salvation. Ponder what if there was peace across the evilest nations. Like what would Jesus do? Through my thoughts where I could be with you. Only seeing you as my only equal. Me equally anything other than being an MC is square on a linear path with ups and downs. For the latter you don't care. I place this ladder underwear. I can die in just my underwear. Don't be ashamed of the life you live. The path is set, the past is set it is. Don't be stuck on figments you can fix. What if Jesus popped the Vicodin?
Am I a real enemy of the cross?
Get me down from here. How could you crucify me? I was only trying to help till you find a way to define me. I confided in you, just like with the truth. Riding in twos like Noah's Ark, but we arrived in canoes. A masochist gets his fill again. He cuts himself for the thrill of it. Life, there's no rid of it. If I try back to square one, running around with the little kids, I miss my innocence. I was so full of bliss, can't recall all my ignorance. I live to reminisce back to the times when I knew so little, and I believed that life was simply math as children's riddles. What becomes wetter the more it dries. And two is company, and three's a crowd. What are 4 and 5? The wisest man alive walk the earth content, knowing nothing, only a fool claims to know it all. I know they bluffing, huffing, puffing on the net, claiming to be someone's cousin. When we meet in reality, only so much air to punch in. 600 million ways to die. Death comes in threes. We're only blessed with a single life. Redundancy. What if Jesus popped the Vicodin before the crucifixion, so the pain was washed away over the counter prescriptions? Slit your wrist, enjoy the wine. We all got it.
That's the TrashCats, baby.
Meow.
Beautiful.